Hi there. You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. This is the way.
Welcome, creatures of the night, to another spine-chilling Halloween spectacular edition of Pop Culture Warrior. Today is October the 29th, and this is episode 186 of the show where I brave the darkness of pop culture's eerie corners of the dark web so you don't have to. I'm CQ. I'm your haunted host, and tonight I'm joined by our very own spirit of mischief. He's the man wrapped in mystery, the marine with the menacing grin. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mad Mike. Yes, yes, yes. Let the hate flow. Let the hate flow. We, my young Padawan is a. Yes, I indeed am a nerd. Ah. That was fun. All right, guys. Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome. Oh, God, it's hot and sweaty in that thing. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? We are, we're here, man. I know, it feels like forever. Feels like forever, bud. How you been, man? How's tricks? How's tricks? Oh man, it's almost Halloween, people. It's almost Halloween. How y'all doing out there?
You mean we don't always dress like this?
Not always. Well, some of us. This isn't a costume so much as is an accessory in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, hey,
FTX, if you
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dan, I do dumb shit with my percentage too. Yes. 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 Hey, everybody. Hey, who we got out there? We got the coach, Rob. We got Billy. Hey, man. Trey called me a nerd. You're damn right. And proud. Let's shout out Trey. Nerd and proud. Billy, that's Patreon money hard spent. They said, what is Mad Mike dressed as? Homeless? Oh, man. You can't hear Mad Mike? What? Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Mad Mike is silent. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. When I did that restart, I think it did something. Hang on. Let's see. Try now. Talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm sure they can hear
How
you
about
now. Yeah.
I don't give a shit if they can hear me or not.
We're talking all that shit. And you're so silent.
That was so much good stuff you guys
Mad shit. Mad Mike talking mad shit. Hey, everybody. Oh, man. Halloween's right
I'm the
around.
Pumpkin King.
He's the Pumpkin
uncultured
King.
Bastards.
He's the guy who doesn't know how to
Watch a
be
Tim
heard.
Burton movie once in a while.
The Pumpkin King. I like it. Let's see. Man. First off, as Mike alluded to, it has been a minute because last week
You
I
sold
wasn't
us out.
around. I
We
wasn't
know when
around.
you joined, interrupted my show.
Well, first of all, thank you and Matt and Angry Elf for hosting the show last week. You know, it's weird, man. It's weird it's weird
It's
having
weird
someone else
when somebody brings up a clause in your contract that you weren't aware of.
that says you will work regardless.
Apparently, if CQ isn't here, I have to do at least 3 shows a year.
Yep, that's right. That's right. CQ gets vacation days, man. It's only fair.
Bullshit.
It's only fair.
So bullshit.
So no, last week I was at the early preview screening for Venom 3, the last dumb movie. And
currently at like 26 million, I think.
it's man, it's so bad. It's
It
so
passed
bad.
past all the other ones, but it's still
it's bad. It's honestly. Hey guys, hey Kevin, oh yeah, on TikTok. What's up? Yeah, you know, I don't know. I feel like I poo-pooed it enough. You know, I talked enough crap about Venom 3.
I got all the topics. Move on.
All right, moving on. But I didn't get a chance really to talk about. We were prior to last week. We were at New York Comic Con, man. I had a bunch of the guys, the team that were there. Some people didn't show up because they had the boo-boos and they didn't get to go.
Some people are disabled. Yeah.
And
I covered it all last week.
Covered it all. Covered everything.
Watched.
Covered everything. Well, I will say,
I covered good find on the interwebs.
Yes. So we had a great time. So much, dude. I'm still editing video from the Comic-Con. Like it was so.
Oh. Okay.
No, that's on the Patreon. That's on the OnlyFans. They get the exclusive behind the scenes. But there was just so much coverage we did. It was 4 of us. All had cameras and mics, and we're just running around shooting a bunch of stuff and interviews and panels and all types of things. But I will say, we collected a bunch of things, and
show us what you got for us. That's all we want.
All you want is the stuff, right?
I don't care who you talk to.
Oh my God.
Whatever else. I just want to show.
You just want the stuff. You want the stuff. All right. So a couple of items I'll show. A couple of items. First of all, Funko is always a huge hit at New York Comic Con. It's impossible. Massive booth, and it's impossible to get in.
There's always a line out the door. Like people are there right
There was
away.
there was a whole big thing on the first 2 days because people stood in line for like 6 hours and never got in because they were having problems with the systems and things like that. So it was a huge thing. But anyway, if you made a purchase at the Funko booth, you got one of these ginormous, like 5-foot long bags, like the really thick, like vinyl bags. The theme was like an airport this year. Last year was like a haunted house theme, but this year was like an airport.
Kind of looks like the Fallout guy.
It kind of does. Kind of does. So I have this ginormous bag that, dude, even the bags people sell online just for an empty bag. We've got these really cool, the new series, Dragon Ball Daima. Got these bags that double, they're like bags with buttons that double as like a backpack because they got straps and shit. So that's pretty cool. We got comics, we got all types of things. I have a video. I won this in a claw machine at one of the after parties. They had a claw machine. It's a mystery Mickey and Friends item. Who knows what that's?
You gotta hold it without shaking it. No one sees what it is.
Sorry, I've got a lot.
Use your strong hand.
No, I reserve that. Bandai Namco, which always takes such good care of us when we're at the con. They give us a lot of good time and do things. They had a lot of really cool things they were showing off this year, including this line of these like newfangled
Shawn Wayne's.
Shawn Wayne's? No, it's Goku, man.
Marlon?
No. And remember back in the day,
Bob.
Sideshow Bob. Remember back in the day, you would do models and you had to like you peeled them apart, like the little pieces, and you had to glue them and paint them and sand them and do like a bunch of things. It harkens back to the old model days, but their new line requires no glue, no paint, no tools. It's literally like you pull the pieces apart and then they snap together. So they would end up looking something like this. This would be a completed figure. And they're somewhat movable, like the arms move and the feet move and things. They're not like an action figure. It's meant to be more like a statue, but with a little bit of movement. Did you already build
it? Are you going to take it apart before you give it to somebody?
Well, one lucky winner might win the built version that I made at New York Comic Con, but I also have a second one that hasn't been built yet.
Okay.
That will be given away as well. And for those that aren't Dragon Ball fans, there's also a Pokemon, a sleeping Pikachu one. Little Pika. And they're actually really cool. So yeah, they came in these like little, you have to break apart the pieces, and then as you're building it, so
you
like
just like snap them together.
Yep, it snaps together. Cool. His head.
It's like like Happy Meal toys and stuff. Like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, similar. But so those are cool. But for the extremely cool, this is where we get into the big.
Show me the good stuff.
Okay. So there's
the appetizers. I'm ready for my entree.
So again, Funko Pop being like the biggest brand. So there's this guy named Bob. Oh my God, it's like Bob McNarty or something like that. He was the CEO of Funko. He was the guy that launched Funko Pops and made it huge. He was with Funko for 15 years. Well, he recently left Funko and decided to start his own company. And could you guess what's the thing that he's bringing to the market?
Or little toys with big heads?
Little vinyl doll toy with big heads. But his are going to be different. So he started this company, no lie, 4 months ago. And they had a booth at New York Comic Con bigger than Funko. And so here is an example of one. So instead of Funko Pops, the company's called Thrill Joy. And these are called Picks. And so you get like sorry, the light's probably shining is like crazy.
Oh, so it's like a scene from.
So it's like a Funko Pop with the scene of the thing, yes. Okay. And it's like and it's curved in the back, so you get like that 3D kind of in place. And it's interesting. And again, I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything.
When Funko does those. I like those.
I just want to say a couple cool things about this. Is one, right on the front, they'll tell you, like, you get a Funko, you have no idea how many they made. Right on the front, you have a little button here, and it says how many, it's a limited edition and how many. So there's only 5,000 of these made. So okay, already I know it's limited to 5,000. There's also a 1 in 6 chance you'll get a chase, and instead of saying the number, it'll say chase, and it's an alternate. So like her, it would be like her, but she's covered in blood or something like that. Or I think this is the Squid Games one. So I think the Squid Game, the chase is a piggy bank, the piggy bank from Squid Game. And so that's really cool. The other thing is inside behind this area, you get like this limited edition card. So you actually get the number of yours. So like you'll know it was number 00152 of 5,000 or whatever. They're very cool. When you take
Yeah,
it
but
out of
you
the
just
box,
open it
it's in
up,
this.
it ruins the whole thing.
Well, that's the thing. So you can open this plastic, and then this is a box by itself. So this is a display box.
Oh,
This is just
okay.
shrink wrap to protect it, but
Got
you
it.
actually take this part out, and it's a box, and they're stackable. And on the back, they have hardware in case you want to mount it to the walls. Like this
Oh,
guy
cool.
basically took everything about the Funko Pops and said, "Okay, how can I make them better?" You know, and so it's pretty interesting. Will it take off like Funkos do? I don't know.
How much do they run?
These boxes run for about $50 a pop. $50.
It
Yeah.
may. It depends on how much you like it. Like,
And I really feel like I mean, obviously, it's really for the collectors. This is not for the general hobbyists. It's for the collectors. People that have hundreds of Funko Pops. It's for those kind of people. Like me, even me. I only have like 3 or 4 just of stuff I really am into.
so does it come like? How do you know? Like, how do you get a chase? Like, can you
So
just buy
okay,
it, or is it a mystery?
no. So when you buy it, it comes in a box, another box. So you would
Right.
take this out of the box. So like on the
So
front of the
they
box,
said,
it would just
"Fuck the
say
environment. We're gonna
it's
just
box,
use
box,
all
box,
the
box.
trees and all the plastic."
So like you would just buy like, oh, I'm gonna get the Squid Game one. So it'll be in a
Okay.
brown box that just says Squid Game, and then when you open it, you'll see, oh, I got the blue.
Got it.
For instance, I have another one here. Hang on, I got a Beetlejuice, and you'll see the difference. This says right, you see it's pink and or
Yeah.
purple or whatever. It says Chase. So this is the Beetlejuice, him in his like carousel
Yeah.
outfit where he's like
Nice.
part of the carousel. So it's not the normal one. It's a whole different one.
Which is
But-
probably just him standing there.
Yeah, it's
same
just him standing
background.
there exactly. But it's cool because they'll have like the name of the thing. It'll have the name of the character, like the name of the property, the name of character, and the year it's from. So they're really cool display kind of things. And then they have the ultra rare. So out of every 5,000, there'll be like, I think he said like 90 of them are like the ultra rare, and then some of them will even have like the ultra rare where there's only 24 of them in existence. They only made 24 and that's it. I saw a few people get like the 20 and it's like it literally says one of 24, and then inside the box it'll have the number and everything. So there's like super collectible.
What do they got? Like, what are the
Different
movies
properties?
and yeah.
No, that's a great question. It's interesting, and I think it'll grow obviously as it grows, as the
You could
company
just
grows.
buy that shit online too, or what?
You can.
Wait, are they sponsoring us? If they're not sponsoring us, just move on. I don't fuck waste all our
Man,
time.
I'm trying to get a sponsor. You crazy? The way these guys were throwing money around, I'm trying
Don't
to get
buy
a
anything
sponsorship.
until you hook that up. ladies and gentlemen.
But they have stuff. It's very random. So they have like Duck Dodgers. They have the dude from The Crow. They've got Freddy Krueger. They've got Gandalf. They've got Harry Potter, Huckleberry Hound, Tony the Tiger, Leonardo. They got a dude from Samurai Jack, a dude from He-Man, a Vince Van Gogh, and then the Suicide Squad, Squid Game. So, and they're different values. So there's some that are of 3,000, of 5,000. The Harry Potter's of 7,500. So it's cool. I like that it's very forward facing in that, like, you can tell this is meant for collectors, right? They tell you how many it's numbered. They'll give you its exact number inside the box. You can display it stacked. You can display it on the wall. You could tell this is a guy who knows collectibles, and obviously they need a lot more licenses. I think they only have like 4, 8, 12, 16 different ones currently.
They got to sell some shit before they can buy more.
I mean, they spent all their money in the first 4 months to get a booth at Comic-Con, and they invited me to an after party, which is where I got a lot of this stuff. And the liquor was flowing freely. But another quick giveaway is, so they have their own mascot, which is the character's name is Blue, Bloo. That's the mascot of the company. So you see Thrilljoy, that's Blue right there. They had these collectible vinyl figures, only 3,000 of these in existence. And then for the ultra rare guys, here's an ultra rare one of only 1,000 of these were made. So
he's like
as
a
you can
monkey.
Yeah, it's like we'll say monkey.
That's
It's
cool.
a monkey. Yeah, like a monkey in a jumpsuit. Yeah, let's see if I can get that closer. You can see a little monkey sticking his tongue out in a jumpsuit. But anyway,
Cool.
so needless to say, I have a lot of stuff to give away. We are going to do, it is Halloween. This is the Halloween episode. I understand. I was talking to a lot of people. I'm like, nobody really submitted pictures for the Halloween contest. Halloween hasn't happened yet. So a lot of people haven't even put on their costumes. This is the first time I'm putting on my costume. So
it's one time for some people. I mean,
it's one time for some
I
people.
was gonna do makeup and shit, but I ain't doing that. And I ain't gay no more.
So
I ain't doing it for this show. That shit ain't in my contract.
So for everyone out there, if you want to win some of these amazing prizes, which I saw online, some of these are going for hundreds of dollars already. It's ridiculous. If you want to win any of these prizes, all you got to do, submit a picture of you in costume. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
And so you have from now till the next episode. So next Tuesday, we will pick some winners and give some stuff away because I have too much stuff and I need to get rid of a lot of it. So lots to give away.
So when you're trick-or-treating, take some pictures.
And
if you see cool costumes, tell them to come to our page.
Or just take pictures of them.
Nation Radio and say it's you. If it's a good mask or something.
If it's a good costume, be like, oh, that was me.
Don't give them the cheat codes.
They don't need my help. And then also, if you're not a costume dude, that's fine. We literally pet costumes, kid costumes, adult costumes. I'll give you credit for most original idea.
You want to do like
categories,
costumes, house decorations.
Yeah, house decorations,
pumpkin carvings. Like we do 3 separate things.
Everything.
All right.
Everything. The more you send,
butthole pictures.
If you put a little bit of paint on your butthole, you send that in. That'll count. The more pictures we get, then the more categories we can have, the more prizes we can give out.
All right.
If I get 3 pictures, I can't break them into categories.
2 of them are from me. 1 of them's from you.
Yeah. So it's fine. It's fine. But yeah. So by all means, please.
So you got another week. You're welcome.
Yes, you have a week.
I was against it. I said, no, you get what you get, and that's it.
That's it.
And he's like,
you don't get more.
We can't do it. And I was like, fine.
I feel bad for the peoples. I feel
too
bad
nice.
for the peoples. I know. I'm too nice. I am. So, okay. All that to say, happy Halloween. Excited. Stay safe out there. Take lots of pictures. Send them in to us.
Candy. Check your candy for drugs.
Or tickets to the Cowboys.
It's up to you.
There's people putting bad stuff in those candies this year. Tickets to Cowboys games,
Yeah, that'd be so mad. Giants game, World Series tickets.
Talk about the Giants. All right, so we've done all that. I do want to say, if you haven't been keeping up with Agatha all along, the most recent episode, I loved it. I'm not. It's a bit tropey in the time travel, paradox back and forth story. I loved it. I don't care what anybody says. I like it. But anyway, other than that,
the kids liked it.
I thought it was great.
There's an opportunity for them to plug another one of the movies coming out.
Smart, right? It's like it's a promo inside of an episode, which is a promo for another show.
Do that though. It's like, come on.
Come on. Which, interestingly enough, I think.
No, but I like the lady storyline.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to throw in
the Wizard of Oz and all the Disney princess bad witches.
Yeah, I mean, it don't make a lot of money because everything Disney. My kids loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so excited.
We're so excited. I will say, speaking of properties,
you eating their string cheese?
No, I was just peeling I didn't realize it had like plastic on it.
The giant mozzarella.
Giant mozzarella stick. Oh man, giant syringe.
Poor guy's starving.
Like the giant Toblerones you get at the airport. Imagine a giant mozzarella stick.
Jesus Christ.
Giant stick of cheese. Anyway, no. I was watching an interview with Paul Bettany, better known as The Vision.
The Vision.
And so it was interesting because I hadn't heard a lot. Because remember, there was supposed to be like a Vision show, and I hadn't heard much about it. and I think he kind of let slip because it hasn't been officially announced. And he was asked at a red carpet thing, and they're like, "Oh, so," and they kind of got him because they're like, "Are you excited to be coming back as Vision?" And he goes, "Well, there's not a lot I can say about it right now, but we start shooting next year, and very excited for it."
You son of a gun.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, can you tell us anything?" He's like, "Oh no, I can't." It's like, I don't think I'm even supposed to talk much about it right now. But funny enough,
they already got you.
funny enough, he did let slip one thing where he goes, "I'm excited to bring a conclusion to this trilogy," which that means, I mean, again, he's on the inside. He would know that WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and then the Vision show, Vision Quest probably, will act as its own kind of contained story, its own trilogy of stories. So I definitely found that fascinating that he kind of let that slip, because it could have very easily been kind of its own thing and not, really mentioned anything else. But it definitely seems like, which makes sense, that it's going to be kind of a continuation story. I mean, it makes sense, but
yeah, I like him. He's a good actor.
He is a good actor. I agree with you. What else? What else do we've got? Looking through his. Oh, you guys are.
You got notes, bitch? I got all the deets.
Yeah, you got. No, I'm just looking at the chats. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, y'all are just talking it up. Funko
What
Pop
are they
Elites.
Aside from how great last week's episode was, and all that.
Yes.
and
If you
how
guys can
handsome
give a
I am.
rating, by all means, you guys got to give me a rating of what. Oh wait, no, there's a question on TikTok. Level of Life. I'm trying to figure out your stream. Are you both co-hosting through OBS? Because it does not look like it a TikTok multi-guest. This is a restream for a podcast on another platform. Hey, Level of Life, man. What's up? Real quick, just because I like answering questions like this. So I am streaming via OBS and using restream.io to multi-stream across Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. What else? Twitch. Where else we at, Mike? Feed Finder, Grinder, Pornhub. Everywhere you can watch.
.com.
Yeah, everywhere you can watch. That's
the phone book, Yellow Pages, White Pages.
yellowpages.com.
VHS.
NBC, CBS,
working on Laserdisc. There's issues there.
Yes, AOL chat rooms, those little tapes that they put in the Teddy Ruxpin.
Are we still on Kick? We're on most.
We're on Kick, yeah, Twitch, all the sites.
Enough wherever most people could see us, and
yeah,
most people just choose not to see us. So.
He's putting up a finger.
Way to hurt my feelings,
Billy Bunty. Yeah, man. If you ever have questions, reach out to me, man. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. I love talking about streaming. It's fun.
Why you stream? What do you got? What do you do? What do you
do? What do you do? Level of
Better not be pop culture stuff.
That's my shtick.
Better not be sports. Yeah. Better not be military talk.
Only one person in this world can cover each specific thing.
Better not be gaming, tabletop, or
co-oping on video games. Let's see who else. We got chats from all over the interwebs. I still like that Jim. He says so. He made Funko Pop Elite. Yeah. Are there adult movie Funko Pops? You know what? There should be. There should be. If you could have like
your own too, like
your favorite whatever. Let's see. I was gonna dress up like a dead body, lay on the floor, and scare the crap out of people. I like that idea. I like that. Film it. Always film it. Make sure you film it. Might need it in court one day. Depending how things go, you might need it in court. Let's see. Billy Bunting. Wow. Billy Bunting. Remember I said rate how last week's show went. You got a negative 10 out of 10. Womp, 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 womp. Oh, do I still have a soundboard? I used to have a sound effect. Let's see.
It's a bot. Chinese bot.
Nah, it's not. I don't know if that's still working or not. I haven't used that soundboard.
Supposedly it was going in and out, at least for one person that kept complaining.
He says, I give it a fillet of fish out of 10. That's awesome.
Let me see you do better, Billy. Fucking stupid name. You live in a trailer.
Oh, man. It's so original. So
original. 10? It's past your bedtime. School bus is coming.
Yes, both myself and my co-host served. That's correct. I was in the Army. He was unfortunately in the Marines. Was a Marine once,
Always.
long ago.
Once, always a Marine.
I'm sweating this fucking thing.
This shit's wool, you fucking asshole. And it's long sleeve. It's a onesie, goddammit. And I got clothes on under this. Because I'm not gonna wear it the whole
Yeah, no,
show.
I'm free balling it right here. I just have a cloak.
I know. You got up earlier and I got all excited.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for a strange twist of fate, for a a difference,
Because I did so freaking well
because
last week,
it's
despite
Halloween,
what Billy fucking Bob Thornton says.
because it's Halloween, I figured let's do things weird. Let's do things backwards. So Mad Mike has the topics for tonight. I have no knowledge of what he wants to talk about.
Nothing.
So by all means, Mad Mike, take it away. Give us our first topic of the night.
Can you go ahead and kick Billy out of the stream?
All right, let's see. Click here.
Anymore.
Ban.
Just ban his ass.
Perma-ban.
Flipping hard right now. You can't hear earmuffs, Billy. Earmuffs,
Billy. No listening.
Better have your earmuffs on. All right. So, let's
first topic.
So, are you a fan?
Not really.
Of the Spider-Mans?
I think I've been known to enjoy a Spider-Man or two in my time.
I thought you might have been, so I brought you a couple different Spider-Man's stories.
You've brought me.
We talked about it last week. Your boy Tom Holland's coming back next as Spider-Man for the Spider-Man 4, right? We spoke about it.
All hail the Tom Hollands.
Good news. It's got an official date, which is, I lost it, July 24, 2026.
July 24. They love their summer release. I mean, it's a tentpole franchise. You gotta.
Yeah, it's their biggest thing Sony has. Why not go in the summer, right?
Now, the question is, how much money do you think they fucking threw at that kid to make him come back as Spider-Man?
A lot. Elf brought it up, too. It's like he had mentioned, like, something like it's my terms now or whatever kind of deal or whatever. I have more control now type deal. And it's like, yeah, he threw down that gauntlet and said, you're going to pay me, player. I'm going to come back. But he's got a big, they're all filming next year. So he's got a big year. I don't know if you watched or listened or whatever, but he signed on to do the next Christopher Nolan movie, which is also shooting next year. A more important movie than Spider-Man 4, Avengers, shooting next year. I mean, he's like the new Michael J. Fox. He's probably going to do one movie after the other. But
let's hope not. We don't want him to get some incurable disease that cripples him for life. That'd be horrible.
He's on fucking... Yeah, I really like doing Spider-Man. Fuck, you can't make fun of Michael J. Fox. Gonna go to hell.
He's a hero. He's a goddamn national hero. National treasure.
No other information, on the movie though, of course. Per the use. No script, nothing but the date.
We'll have to wait for one of the cast to spill the beans. Like that's how we always get our information.
Like Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Last time, give him like a decoy script or something. Like,
don't you remember last night? It was what's not? Oh my god, I was gonna say Eddie Murphy. Jesus Christ, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is the one that broke the news that it was a multiversal movie, and this was before they had even shot. They hadn't even started shooting it, and he's like, just came out of a movie, a meeting about the movie, and it looks great. And he shared an image of the 3 Spider-Men and all the villains. And this is before they announced anything. Like, well, there you go. And then they spent the next 8 months trying to go, they're not in this movie. They're not in this movie.
Meanwhile, you got all these pictures of all these different Spider-Mans and costumes. You can't blame the man, though. He was too busy getting diddled at a PCW party.
He had oil in his ears. He still had baby oil in the ears, He couldn't hear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going. You interrupted me. Got me all excited. It's going to be led by, Destin Daniel Cretton. he did Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. So,
That's right. That's right. I thought he did, and you know, say what you will. I thought he did a great job
yeah,
with what he had access to. I thought he did a pretty good job. So
I thought so. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they've been doing good with the Spider-Man, so I like them. I'll watch it.
yeah,
All right. Let me move on to because that
Spider-Man.
last week I talked about they bumped the Blade movie, right? Other breaking news from Marvel.
Yeah.
They added 3 mysterious movie dates: February 18th,
Ooh.
2028, May 5, 2028, and November 10, 2028.
Those aren't even real dates, man. That shit's so far out there. Those aren't even real dates. Those dates don't exist.
Well,
2028.
right? I know.
We're
I'm
not
like,
even gonna
shit,
be
man.
alive.
I don't even know it's coming out this year or next year. But apparently they have a calendar and they're adding dates and people are all about it. They're all on top of it, like CQ on top of free swag at Comic-Con.
That's right. They're just throwing
Um,
darts at a calendar and be like, all right, we're taking this
yeah.
date. We're taking this date. They don't
Well,
know.
and all this, yeah, they're just. I would do it too. I would just be like messing around, like just add dates to a calendar randomly. Like
We're
some guys like
announcing.
trying to schedule like lunch or time off or something. He clicked the wrong thing and added all these dates. He's like, oh shit, I put my leave in.
we're,
Oh no, I
we're
added it to the movie
announcing.
calendar.
We're announcing a new Marvel movie every week. 2028. 52 Marvel movies are coming out. 2028. Every weekend is a new movie. I've announced it. There you go. I broke the news. You're
But
welcome.
no, the speculation is like one of them is gonna be X-Men, stuff like that.
Obviously.
Um, they're saying Blade movie could move to one of the 2026 dates, but they don't even have the script. So we'll see. Current movies for Phase 5, Captain America, which is February 14th, Thunderbolts, May 2nd.
Mm,
And then Phase 6 is Fantastic Four, First Steps in July 2025. And then the Russo brothers Avengers Doomsday, May 1st, with Robert Downey Jr. Or no, Avengers Secret Wars is Robert Downey Jr. That's May 7th.
yeah.
What? That
Mm.
doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't he be in Doom? Whatever.
He's wherever he wants to be.
Why wouldn't you put him in Doomsday though? Isn't that what it's about? I don't
Is
know.
I would imagine it's introducing the character. Yeah.
Maybe they just wrote it wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't proofread their shit.
Captain Wayne says, "Remember when Disney didn't own everything?"
Right?
No, I
No.
don't. I don't.
Yeah, when everything was shit. No, I'm just kidding.
We speak not ill of our Lord and Savior Mickey. Okay,
Yeah.
in this
Mickey the Mouse.
Mickey the Mouthist. We speak
Um,
only the kindness.
but
Our
so they're like
master.
wondering where the previously announced stuff that don't have dates yet: Armor Wars, Shang-Chi 2, the X-Men reboot. So will
Armor
one of
Wars. I
those
don't think
fill
it's
those
happening.
slots? We'll see.
I don't think Armor Wars is happening. I really don't.
I
They
hope,
they
I hope
they've
not.
they've moved that thing around and they've changed it and they've added and subtracted and
So what is that? Is that like Iron Man versus War Machine or some stupid
no.
shit?
Armor Wars was supposed to be when it was originally pitched. It was supposed to be a movie. Then it was supposed to be a series. Then it was supposed to be a movie again, and it was starring Don Cheadle's War Machine. And basically, like if you remember the plot of like Iron Man 2, when they were like, "Oh no, what if all these different countries got your Iron Man tech?" So it's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be that. It's like all the countries start
Okay.
making their own Iron Man, and hence Armor Wars. And so, but I don't know. I think it's, yeah, it's. I think that's gonna get shelved, just like Blade.
The actual King Smith says, show topics instantly better. It's like your show has a real producer.
Show
Mm,
topics instantly better. It's like your
F
show has a
you,
reproduce.
Billy.
Listen, first of all,
Game respects game, playa.
uh huh. Well, anyway, moving on. I
All right.
ignored it for a reason, but go ahead. Moving on. What's your next topic?
because it doesn't relate to you. My next topic, sir. Spider-Man Noir costume reveal, which I
Oh
had this
no.
set and I sent it to you and you fucking posted it on the damn Facebook page like an
I,
asshole.
I did that like 4 days ago.
It was 2 days ago when I sent it to you.
And I did it Friday.
Anyways, show them the goddamn pictures.
I don't have it ready.
Of course you don't.
Let's circle back to that one. No, actually,
Anyway,
let's see. Spider.
yeah, what up? So one of them. Yeah, it looks like he does in the comic book.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dude in a trench coat and black clothing. Like it's
Yeah.
if they found a way to mess that up, I would have been really disheartened because like
Yeah, like what
that's
are
got
you
to be the
doing?
easiest costume ever to make. Hold on, let's see if I can show it this way. Hang on. But go ahead, talk about it while I boot this up.
Yeah, they just got some stills of him, stuntman in the outfit riding on top of a car, stuff like that. But I did a little research on Spider-Man Noir because I didn't know much about the character aside from
Ooh,
what we saw.
okay,
So it's
I'm
kind of
intrigued.
similar in certain ways, but I think it's a lot more better. It's kind of more gruesome, which is surprising.
Yes.
So this one, Spider-Man Noir, is set in the Great Depression, 1930s New York City, right?
Hmm.
Peter Parker is raised by Aunt May and Uncle Ben, and he also loses Uncle Ben in a tragic way. Um, but how that happened is different. So in this one, uh, Uncle Ben is gruesomely murdered by the Goblin Norman Oswald in a form of retaliation for organizing a strike on Goblin's businesses. While there's no evidence, Peter knows it was Goblin who killed Uncle Ben and sets out trying to figure out how to prove it. It leads into an encounter where they are saved by the Daily Bugle's Ben Urich,
Yurik.
who takes Peter on as a protege, which I don't know who that character is. I don't know, maybe
You don't know
you.
who Ben Urich is? He's the guy that works at the paper. He's the black guy.
Ah,
He
okay.
works at the Daily Bugle. He's the black guy.
And that sets the stage for him to get his powers. And it gets a little crazy here because he discovers his Uncle Ben is actually a drug addict. He finds him passed out and he intercepts a tip about one of Goblin's shipments. So he heads over there, um, and he finds a dropped spider idol, and it has a whole bunch of spiders, and they're freed from it, and one of them bites him. And then he gets all it's pretty much the same powers that
Yeah.
he has. And then he heads back to Ben to confront him, and he gets blackmailed by Osborn to feed his drug habit. And then he creates a Spider-Man costume, basing it off Uncle Ben's airman uniform, and it's resolved to take the Goblin down. And is resolved to take the Goblin down.
Mm. Thanks for.
He finds Urich dead. Brr, 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 brr.
What are you reading the wiki?
Yeah. I'm reading my sources, bitch. I only
Cite
read
your
the
sources.
first part of it. You know how many stories and stuff I had to research for this shit? I ain't got time for that.
So here's the thing I found interesting about because all that's good. I'm showing the pictures now so they can see the live action suit. It was interesting originally when it was first done. When Spider-Man Noir was first done, they had this thing of like he's not gonna be powered. He wasn't gonna be super powered. He wasn't gonna have like he was just a dude
Like a
in a
primal.
mask and in a jacket and everything. And he was like a detective. He was like a gumshoe detective. And but then obviously with when like the Spider-Verse stuff got popular and all these characters started getting backstories, that's when they went back and gave him like a whole thing so that he could match up. Because the idea is in his world there are no superheroes, there are no supervillains.
Right.
There's bad guys, there's good guys, but they're humans. They're all humans. So like even the Goblin, that's just his moniker. That's just they called him the Goblin because he was a big
Okay.
dude. He was a big dude and he was kind of mean and whatever. And he scarred up his face or whatever. But the idea was that it was all supposed to be real in that there weren't superpowers. Like he used a gun and shit because he was a
Yeah.
detective. So when they retconned it all and gave them all superpowers and blah 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 blah. I gave them credit, for doing something original in that you can do the Spider-Man mythos without actually using superpowers. So that was
I
pretty
think
cool.
that would have been a lot better, but
So I'm interested to see from what I've heard, and because right away the first thing that irritated me about this announcement was that they cast Nick
Nicolas
Cage
Cage.
to be Spider-Man, which I get it. He voiced him in Into the Spider-Verse. Fine. That's you can voice whatever you want. I don't care. But I'm like, Nick Cage doesn't look like a Spider-Man. He's not built like a Spider-Man. But in what I've been reading is that in this movie, uh, he was Spider-Man. He was, Spider-Man War, uh, and then retired many years ago. And the things that happen in this movie force him out of retirement. He has to come back and pick up the mantle again, blah, 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 blah. So that's interesting in that this is not an origin story. If anything, like, instead of like Batman Year One, this is more like the end. This is the final chapter of his life. So that has me intrigued. I kind of like the idea that we're not coming in, oh, he's unpowered, and then he, discovers the power and responsibility, and like we're not doing that whole bullshit again. This is, he's old, he's in his, golden years, and then he has to put on the mask one last time to fight the good fight. And so, like, I'm like, all right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll
That's
hear you
cool.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, early set photos, and he's definitely gonna have web swinging because these are just pictures. But I did see a set video of this scene. He's riding on top of one of like the motorized carriages because this is the 1930s, and obviously this is just there's no special effects. It's a scene, and he's holding onto the wire there. But like in the final part of the scene, you see him kind of do the finger, like the little, and like try to pretend to jump. So that'll be him
Yeah.
like web swinging off of it. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how a guy. I don't know. They, so many people have messed up the Marvel universe, and I don't know. I want to believe it could be good. I want to believe it could be good,
Yeah.
but
I
I,
don't
I
know.
don't know. Nick
Something we
Cage
didn't
is
really want.
50-50 on, his projects are like 50-50. They're either going to be over the top awesome or just so weird.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
Anywho, all right. You can take the graphic off if you
Yes.
haven't already.
They're gone.
We're gonna go to Star Wars. Got a Disney. Most of my shit's Disney. Um, New Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi movie. It's gonna be filming soon. Announced by James Mangold. Um, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it,
Mm.
but it's coming. He announced while he was being interviewed for his new Bob Dylan movie that after that's his next thing he's gonna do is start filming that. The script was written by Mangold himself and Bo Willman, who did Andor and House of Cards. Um, I
Good
mean,
credits.
I liked some of his movies. I didn't like Logan really. I liked Ford versus Ferrari.
Good one.
So we'll see. But the movie is going to be, earlier than any other Star Wars movies to date. They're not saying
Even
when
before the
exactly
High
yet.
Republic episodes?
Yep. Well,
Oh,
they said any movie to date, so they're only
any
going one movie.
movie. Yeah, they're talking
Yeah.
about movies.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's all we have really so far for that. They don't even know when it's going to be in production. They just have the script, and he's going to direct it next year when he feels like it.
Mm. Dawn of the Jedi. Was it very, very, very long time ago in a different galaxy? Says
Yeah.
Captain Wayne. Yes. A
Um,
long time ago.
Why that's important is because the only other movies we have announced is The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is just going to be one season of their show that you have to pay for in the theaters. But now they're supposed to do 3 more from the franchise between 2026 and 2027. So we got Mando, this one, And then my other story, there's supposed to be a Daisy Ridley Ray follow-up movie, which got pushed.
It got pushed.
Uh,
Oh, they're bringing her
yeah,
back.
go figure. What? Nobody likes Ray? No way. Yeah, the second screenwriter they already had, he quit. Stephen Knight departed Star Wars movie set. He departed the movie. He's had signed on to the project in 2023, replacing original screenwriters Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson.
I know Lindelof.
And it's supposed to chronicle Rey's efforts to start a new Jedi Academy. So they're saying it might not start well into 2025. Charmine Obaid Chinoy is set to direct the film. It's her feature debut. She previously directed episodes of this Disney Plus series Miss Marvel, winning the Best Actor for documentary short film. Oh, so she did some documentaries, which doesn't help her case. It sounds, anytime I see a movie that has when the writers are quitting, it's like, there's too much input, or it's a stupid story that they don't want to write anymore, like, usually. Because the writers are like probably the least paid people on the whole freaking thing, and they do the most work. So they're like the Lance Corporals of movie making, I guess.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm excited that it got canceled because it sounds stupid. I wasn't a fan of the newer ones, wasn't a fan of Ray, really, so I'm excited. Just scrap it, do a better movie, move on. Dawn of the Jedi, I think, will be good. We'll see. I think that has the most potential out of those three that have been announced so far.
I felt like The Acolyte, I was excited for it because it was supposed to be, the High Republic and all this. And I feel like
dark side.
Yeah, they didn't really do it justice. So maybe this time they do it right. I don't know. Maybe this time.
Yeah, but it's Dawn of the Jedi, which is different. Acolyte, I thought was pretty good for something focusing solely on the dark side type deal, kind of like showing you where their perspective for a change instead of just, whiny little kids that want to save the world. So I think it had a lot more potential. They went too woke with it. I think that skewed a lot of people, like pushed a lot of people away. I don't think they did enough advertising for it. They could have done a lot more. What's his name? That guy that played the villain guy. I think he did a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, the guy that died.
Yeah. No, that was
no. Oh, you're
not the
talking about
Punisher, dude.
you mean in the Acolyte
the Asian
one?
looking
Sorry.
dude.
Yeah. Manny Jacinto. Was his name.
I thought he did pretty good at that.
I thought he did great. I thought he did great as the Sith guy when he was playing like the dumb. Like I was like, it was
stupid.
so.
I knew he was the bad guy right away.
Yeah, it didn't work. That didn't work for me.
But you're showing him too much.
Yeah, once he revealed himself to be who he was, then I was like, all right, I'll give you that. I like it.
But yeah.
All right, what else you got for us?
Anyways, we can go to the next thing, which is the Acolyte. Also, it's canceled. So if you liked it or wanted to see more for whatever reason,
you're not gonna.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about
Radar says. But
I have a button for that. Hang on. Sorry about it. There you go.
What's his name? One of the guys that worked on it, like he posted the concept art for what Plagueis. I don't know how to say.
Plagueis?
Darth Sega Genesis?
Darth Sega Genesis. Yeah.
It sounds what he would have looked like had they actually shown him in the movie. And for those who don't know who he is, he was a guy that trained the Sith Lord from the Luke Skywalker ones. What's his name?
Darth Sidious?
Sidious. Jesus Christ.
You're good at this. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Yeah. I've researched so many things. I don't remember everything. And I did this stuff like last week.
You're doing awesome, dude. Keep it up.
Did
You
all
got
these
this.
last week. Anyways, he was the mentor of Darth Sidious. So everyone was excited that he was in the series and we wanted to see more. They gave us a little taste and then they took it away from us, and we'll never know. But they did us the honor of showing him. I like the first picture where he's behind
Should I show the pictures?
Sidious.
Is that what
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
alluding
I thought you
to?
already
Should
showed him, man.
you did say
I'm on my
you did
notes.
say
I'm not
show the
watching your
pictures.
I'm not watching your shit. I'm on my notes page.
You gotta say show the pictures. You're running this
Show the
shit, man.
pictures.
Show them what they've won. All right, so I've got the 2 pictures. And who's the dude with the lightsaber supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Manny, or is that supposed to be
No,
young Darth
that's
Sidious?
young Darth Sidious.
Ah, okay.
So like, remember from Phantom Menace and shit, where he was
Yeah.
like a senator, and
Yes.
that's why he looks like that.
Yes, this is well before that because he was old as
yeah.
a senator.
Yeah.
This is him as like a young adult, basically.
Well, yeah, he's like super old. I mean, he's lived for like 1,000 years.
Something like that.
Seems like it, anyways. And he keeps returning.
Feels like it, yeah.
And then the other one, it kind of like, I like the first one where he's behind Sidious. He looks more sinister, and I'd be afraid of that dude. The second one, he looks kind of stupid. I don't know, scrawny looking dude. Kind of reminds me of like a foot soldier type deal. Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
They do that on purpose, like they like sort of like the Force, like
Yeah.
like
Your life essence and whatnot.
Yeah. But anyways, he's got long, creepy fingers and stuff. Kind of looks like what's that guy's name?
Don't know. Hey,
General
John. I see you, John
General
Rigo.
something. I don't know. I don't remember. Anywho, there you go. There's that. So let's move on.
I got people chilling in the TikToks. What's up, man? Say hi.
We're on TikToks. What up?
We're on the TikToks. We're on the Instas. We're on the Facebooks. We're on the Twitters. We're
What
everywhere.
up, commies? What up, you communists? Don't hack us. I ain't got no money.
Don't take my money.
You like Good? You ever watch Good Omens? You like that show?
I did, yeah, man. I like the first 2
love
seasons.
that show. Those guys do funny videos too, like reels or whatever they call them, whatever the kids call them.
Yeah.
Short videos you watch in the internets.
Yes.
That was created by none other than Neil Gaiman, who created the Sandman comic book series. You know, made him famous for being a gay man. Got him. Anyways, they were supposed to do a full season 3, the last season, I believe. But he got caught diddling some ladies.
Wait,
and it wasn't at Diddy's parties.
Which one?
Neil Gaiman.
The writer?
The writer, yeah. I was surprised too. I was like, what? You got that kind of clout?
I mean, he got some.
He got raper money?
I guess he got
he got raper intern money? I don't know a lot of people that, you know, buy his comics are kind of like independent comics. But anyways, I mean, if it was what's his name from Walking Dead, I'd believe it more. Kirkman, he got that money. Yeah, he's got diddler money.
Wow. What was the
he's
dude
got
from,
baby oil money.
The dude from Rick and Morty, man. That Justin Roiland money, man. You get that?
Yeah.
You know, you got it.
But so since that, like, Good Omens is on Prime Video, and apparently they got standards or whatever, at least to a point, because of Neil Gaiman's pending litigation and the charges against him. They're only going to give us season 3 90-minute episode of Good Omens 3. So
1 episode?
Yep, 1 90-minute episode. So it's like, you know, like a 1980s movie length type deal.
Jesus.
But Michael Sheen and David Tennant are coming back in both of their roles. Angel Azraphale. I don't know how to say that. Azraphale.
It was a Zeofril, something like that.
We don't pronounce shit on this show. People know it.
You
And
know.
Demon Crowley. And it bring whatever.
ZFL. I don't know. It's a good show.
So that'll be on Amazon 2025. You can watch that. So.
That's a bummer, man. It sucks when, yeah. I get it. I totally get it. I mean, you gotta, bad dudes do bad things. You gotta.
Just don't pay. You know what would be more punishment than not doing the show? Like, just do it and don't pay him.
But doesn't he have to write it?
Just make a punishment. No, he's not. He's not even one of the writers.
Oh, I thought he was involved.
I think he's like a producer on the show.
That sucks. That's a shame.
Because he's got co-showrunner Douglas McKinnon. Yeah, no, he was writing it. Shit, yeah, that's right. All right, sorry. Yeah, we can't do it then. Sucks. But I mean, they got the comic books and stuff. Just pull it from there.
Yeah.
I mean, they did Game of Thrones. The dude didn't finish the book. They just picked it up. Anywho, he was supposed to have like other stuff too. The Graveyard Book was supposed to be for Disney. They canceled, of course. Any hint in the ear of sexual or any kind of stuff, Disney cancels that ass. And then Netflix was supposed to be Dead Boy Detectives, and they canceled that too. So yeah, he's screwed. So don't expect any more Neil Gaiman stuff, Sandman, or anything else. I was upset. I liked it. It's a good show. I think it was wildly popular when it first came out. I think I stumbled upon it, but
yeah. So I got I felt bad because our good friend over there, the actual King Smith, did what's called a super chat, and I did not see it because I didn't have that specific chat window open, and so I just shared it. So Billy what was that $4.99 thing? That's a super chat. So it's a donation to the channel through YouTube's,
it shows you what they donate or something.
Yeah. It just it's to highlight their comment, and so like his comment. If I had the window open, I would have seen it's highlighted and shared and whatnot. But just so you know, I mean, like, yeah, I'll pull it back up so you can see it again. Just so you know, on all of our channels, you're able to donate, and I think Facebook sends stars.
Just hit me with the Venmo. Throw up my Venmo link.
Put the little QR code in the corner up here. The little QR code.
Zelly.
Yes, Zelly. It's just Zell. But yeah, no. All the different streaming platforms have a way to like donate. So I think it's like, what's it? Bits is on one of them. Bits is on Twitch, and TikTok has like flowers and shit, and then YouTube is just straight donation, and then Facebook's like coins or stars or so. I don't know. Yeah, they're all mushrooms, clovers, and blue moons. I don't know, heart stars and clovers, something like that. Anyway, all right. What else? What else you got for us?
Let's I gotta take a pee. Let's take a break. Let's take a break, and I'll come back, and I'll hit you with even better news. I
got it, guys. We're gonna the host of the show needs to take a potty break. This week's host has to take a potty break, so we're gonna give him a minute here to go potty. And when we get back, we got more headlines, more stories, and once again, for all the people that are hanging out with us, just reminder. When Halloween comes, take pictures of your costume, take pictures of your kid's costume, send them to us. We're going to do a costume contest next week. We're going to rate the costumes. We're going to have 100 different categories, so you'll win something, because we're going to do like best kid, best adult, best original, best store-bought, best home decoration, best
pumpkin decorations.
Yeah, pumpkin patch. I mean, what do you want to paint your toenails? I don't care. Send us a picture. We're gonna put them up, and I got so much shit I need to give away. So We're gonna give
Put
away
them on Feet Finders.
Feet
Get
Finders.
that extra money. We'll get that giveaway money.
Gotta get that giveaway money. Oh, John Rigo, thank you for the 99. I don't know what that is. Coins, stars, diamonds, whatever that was. Thanks, man. That was very nice of you. You don't have to do that. But all right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back. Hi, Jake. How you doing, bud? We'll be back in a few minutes. Let our wonderful host here go tinkle tinkle because he's got
undress.
yeah, baby. Now we're getting the after hours.
Hold on, turn it to the OnlyFans, quick.
Switch over to the
Turn it
OnlyFans.
on YouTube.
Let's watch on YouTube. All right, guys, we'll be back in, let's say, 5 minutes with more show. So hang on, we'll be right back.
You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
Hey, you there? Yeah, it is right, you. Let me ask you something, alright? Where the hell do you think that you're going? Oh, would you think because the show is going to commercial that means you get to just walk away? Well, CQ asked me to pass on the little message, alright? And it says, I'll be back.
You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. The force is strong. They have the high ground.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
What up, peoples? We back. Hold on, I gotta get my Darth cities. We're back with more Pop Culture Warrior. Hey, TJ Allen says, I sent in my picture for shits and giggles. We'll see how far that gets me. All right, we'll see how far that gets you, buddy. Send it in.
Good luck, sir.
Get it in our DMs.
I'm rooting for you.
Tune in next week. See if you win. All right. Mr. My apprentice, Mr. Mad Mike, tell us more of the pop culture news.
I will.
What did you have for me?
Show them that beautiful bean graphic.
Oh, we have a new segment.
New segment, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by yours truly, Mad Mike.
Mad Mike presents.
No Wanted. Your new favorite topic and my passion. I said you could pay me to do it, and now I'm doing it for free. We got a bunch of new movies announced that nobody wanted to freaking watch, but they're like, F you guys, we're flipping making them anyways.
That's right.
Number one, you may know it from the computer at school. Back in the day when you had to do typing class and you finished early, the only Oregon Trail.
The OG Trail?
Yes, they're going to make a flippin' Oregon Trail movie, and Apple is the one going to deliver it to us, so it'll be on Apple TV.
I mean, Apple makes decent stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, their stuff is decent. Not a lot of people watch it, but it's decent.
But it's like, I don't know. You're talking about like an 8-bit game where it's like everyone just gets dysentery and dies.
I'll tell you what.
That's what.
If someone doesn't get dysentery and
go
die
along,
in that
it's
movie,
gonna be like some guys like it's all like, you know what? That could be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
You get people all psyched, do some like awesome shit, like I don't know, like Yellowstone type shit, and then as soon as people like the character, you go like Game of Thrones and fucking they get dysentery and die.
Yeah. I remember
you get a bunch of big name stars.
Yep.
Kevin Hart will be
Cameos.
free. The Rock will be free.
You get cameos like Deadpool, man, and just get them for a few
You're
minutes.
like, oh, this storyline, this is gonna go places, and all of a sudden, dysentery, boom, dead, and you just never pick it up again. And you start all over with a new next episode. It's a whole new thing.
I remember two things from OG Oregon Trail, and that was dying of dysentery and chalking the wagons. That's like the two things I remember from the original Oregon Trail.
Like
so they need to do both of those things in this movie for it to have any semblance of success. Somebody has to die of dysentery, and they have to chalk a wagon and have it fail and just absolutely eat shit.
So I don't know. The Lucas brothers are going to write the script for it. And yeah, I know you haven't heard of them because their last movie they did was fucking Lionel Loud Crocodile. But they also created the Hit Monkey. They brought that to Hulu.
Hit Monkey, which I really like.
But that was an excellent comic book. So I feel like they kind of just... I mean, it's not hard when the source material's excellent. So,
tell that to Borderlands.
That's just that's studio influence, studio executive influence is what happened there. But they also did Blades of Glory, which I don't know. I think pretty much ruined Will Ferrell's career.
I liked Blades of Glory. I thought it was funny.
I like all Will Ferrell shit, but I have a terrible sense of humor. They did The Switch. I don't know what that is, but they did Office
Oh,
Christmas Party, which was pretty good.
The Switch, man. I like The Switch. That's with Jason Bateman and the one
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. Yes, that's where
Oh, that
he
was
switches the
funny.
baby juice. He
Yeah,
switches the
that's
baby
right.
juice, and
Okay.
then she has a kid by him. Yeah.
So that's cool. They got a bunch of good movies, except for Lyle Lyle, which my kids liked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like when they sing in movies. I think it should be banned. So we'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
Again, something nobody wanted. That's the best one I got for you, ladies and gentlemen. So
Uh-oh.
it's
Well,
all
it's all downhill from here?
Yeah,
All
it
right.
just gets worse and worse. So you like Marvel movies, right? You like Thor? Big fan of Thor?
Love the Marvel movies. Love
You
them.
like you like you some Hemsworth?
I love me all the Hemsworths.
Well, I think he might have been starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins because apparently he has a bunch of concussions. He signed on to star and lead in none other than Disney's live action Prince Charming movie.
Prince Charming. I heard that.
Oh, it's such a disappointment. Stab me in the chest and sell me out, you fucking handsome, sexy beast of a man. You.
I see him more as like a Gaston from
Right.
Beast, Beauty and the Beast than a Prince Charming.
Well, he's all buff from playing Hulk Hogan, and now you're gonna like
That
this
never
suit's
happened,
really
man.
small. I don't know. Anyways, and I thought he was retiring from acting too.
He said he was going to
Did
take
you
a
ever
break. He said he was going to take a
Oh,
break
the
from
break?
acting. Never said he was retiring. He said he was taking a break to spend time with his family, which I took to mean the offers are getting slim. It's I got to cool down, but I don't know. We'll see.
No.
We'll see.
Paul King, who did Paddington, is set to direct it. It's rumored that he's the lead, but I'm pretty sure he's doing it. They're like, yeah, here's a bunch of money, and he's like, yeah, I like money. What else can you do? Maybe he has a weird contract with Disney too. He probably signed he did like the Tim Meadows SNL deal, like 20 years, your ass is ours.
He sold his soul to the mouse.
Okay,
Our Lord
fine.
and Savior, the mouse.
So we'll see. I don't know. His last movie was Furiosa, which is garbage. Transformer 1, also nobody wanted that. Garbage.
I heard it was good. I didn't see it, but I heard it was good.
Disney made billions and billions at the box office with live action remakes, and they'll make a fuck ton more with Chris Hemsworth as Prince Charming, I'm sure. But the thing I don't get isn't Prince Charming like Cinderella's husband? Or am I confusing that? Or is it that Snow White? Is it Snow?
Was Snow White? Prince Charming was Snow White.
But they got the Snow White movie coming out too. So we're gonna do two separate movies.
That's like the whole the Batman is coming out, but the Joker movie is not related. It's
or maybe they're doing a prequel. Like they're gonna do a prequel, like when he's a bachelor and then Snow White ruins his life.
It's all the cool stuff he was doing before
I knew I should have went for a stroll in the woods on my horse.
I gotta stop making out with dead bodies. Oh, gotta get over this necrophilia.
It's a sick party because his parents left the castle and he finds a knocked out woman drugged in his attic.
Let's stop there because I feel like we're going down a real dark path.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I won't watch it, but anyways,
what's next?
Disheartening, but at least Chris Hemsworth will do anything for a buck.
So sad.
And I thought this would be the #1 movie that people didn't watch, but today there was another one announced that took the cake. Anyways, our favorite duo is coming back.
And Kevin Hart. They're coming back for Jumanji 3.
The Rock and Kevin Hart are coming at ya live.
Jumanji
in Jumanji 3.
Yes. I was like, how bad is homie hurting for money that
Oh,
you
no,
gotta
it's
do Jumanji 3?
fuck, it's the fourth one. Holy shit. Oh yeah, because
Well, if
they
you
count
Robin
the Robin
Williams,
Williams one
yeah,
as
if
the
you count
first.
the original,
You can't count that
because
shit.
you can, because while it is a remake and it does continue the story of the original, because like they make references to like Alan was here in Jumanji, and but yeah,
Yeah.
I look, the first one, okay, you know, it was interesting and you found a way to make it fun and
Yeah,
whatever.
I liked it.
The second one,
The kids liked it. The second one, it's like, okay, it's the
nah,
same tired ass shit.
it
Like,
was just a shill for money.
and guess what they're giving us? All right.
Who's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
have
in
to
it?
read it.
Who's gonna be in it?
It's the same. It's the exact same people. Who all needs money? The Rock, Kevin Hart,
Well, it can't film anytime soon then, because
Jack
what's her name?
Black, and fucking the lady from
Yeah,
Guardians of the
Karen
Galaxy.
Gillian. She's pregnant right now, so it can't be filming anytime soon.
It's filming in
You'll say it's got to
it's
be
filming next year,
yeah
and it's gonna open
26.
after an untitled Disney animated movie untitled Disney movie November 2025.
So early 2026.
And it's going to be after Dune, December 18th, 1 week before Dune, December 18th. So it's going to come out, in
Late
December.
2025. I don't know, man.
December
That's
2026.
I feel like that's pushing it, because I think, not that I'm like stalking or anything, but I think she's set to give birth in the next like 2 or 3 months, and then you figure you got to give somebody like 6 months to recover, and then she's got to get back into shape, because
Yeah, well,
making a baby gets you out of shape.
It took 3 months for those guys in the 300 to get all ripped and jacked. It just depends on.
They
your
also didn't
trainer.
have babies come out of them.
Yeah, but she's a
Right.
skinny lady.
Yeah.
Skinny lady. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of money. They hire good trainers and stuff. But if they film it in the summer, like, that's more than enough time. I don't know. It's her problem. I don't care. That ain't my problem. She'll be doing the movie anyways. Jeez. But yeah, it's gonna have all the same people, so be prepared for more of the same bullshit from the third one. I don't even want to read it. It's so depressing.
So I'm curious. I mean, okay, let's take a second to think this through. The first one, it's a board game, made sense. Second one turns into a video game, sure, makes sense. I forget the third one. I think they tried to like rebuild the video game or whatever, and have. So are we doing
It was
video game
Danny
again?
DeVito and Danny Glover, like
Yeah,
Danny DeVito or someone
they
started the
switched,
game.
and well, the one kid
or
like
Danny Glover was in it. Something
yeah,
like that.
but in this, what I remember of the story plot, like the kid, like they broke the system at the end of the first one, but then at the start of the second one, the kid's like, I miss, and he had been secretly putting it back together, and then mayhem ensues, blah 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 blah. But like, are we like they can't do the game thing again? If you're gonna bring it back, you have to do something like now it's AI or it's VR. It's got to be something. It can't do. You can't do
something a little
a
different.
third one where it's another video game. Like it just you gotta freshen it up a bit.
I don't know. So they're all coming back as the same characters, basically, every one of them.
Yeah.
And then the producer Hiram Garcia gave us, he gave us a Trump fucking how Trump commends somebody. We got a really big vision. We got
It's gonna be
Garcia.
huge. It's gonna be
We got
great.
the director. He's returning. He's a really great guy. He's doing the Red One. Great film coming out soon.
Ooh,
It's gonna
the
be
Red
really, really
One.
great.
We
Make
gotta
sure
talk
you go
about that.
see it.
We gotta talk about that for a second. But real quick, first of all, Scott, he says, I bet CQ is like half asleep. First of all, I'll have you know, this is actually see-through. I can actually see the chats and everything through it. The material is actually surprisingly see-through. Or see outable. What do you use? What like it's like a one-way mirror almost. I can see out of it just fine. But anyway, dude, the Red One. Have you heard about what's going on with that? Like, have you heard anything about it?
No.
No. So the red one, for those that don't know, you haven't seen a trailer. The red one is basically J.K. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson, is Santa Claus, and The Rock plays like his number one in command.
He's
Yeah,
his
his bodyguard, his
Mhm.
trainer, his number one.
He's like head of elf.
Yeah, head of elf relations.
It's like a SWAT protection. Whatever,
And
Secret Service.
the Santa gets kidnapped, and so they have to go find like the world's greatest bounty hunter, which turns out to be Chris Evans, and help to find Santa, which of course Chris Evans is like, wait, there's a Santa? And it's the whole, all these things are real, and yada yada yada. So it's some type of weird mix of like comedy, action, buddy cop chase movie.
Right.
But the behind the scenes of it is reportedly this movie has cost $250 million to
Holy
make.
shit, really?
Not to advertise and all that. Just the budget of the movie alone is over 250, which is unheard of. It is like ridiculously high. And reportedly 100 million of that is going to The Rock. It's some crazy nonsense number. But then so not only is it crazy over budget, and trailers don't look that good either for this. I saw the trailer and I'm like, it doesn't look that good.
Typical cheesy.
Yeah. Somebody said the best thing, he goes, this is what you would expect from like a Netflix movie. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. But
Like
this is
Kurt
going
Russell
to
one
theaters
or whatever. Like,
yes. The other thing is like reportedly there's been a lot of like talk from behind the scenes where like The Rock cost the production to inflate because most days he was like 4 to 8 hours late on set. And so like they were always behind. They were always like it cost them an exorbitant amount of money. And so like there's all these rumors and all these like things swirling, and it's got a ton of bad press.
So he didn't learn anything from Black Adam.
Nope. Not the other one. Like, apparently, he was also doing that like on Ballers when he did his HBO show. He was like always late and everything. So yeah, for one of the actors, for one of the actors who makes the most money he makes more money per movie than Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Ryan Reynolds, any of the fucking Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. He makes more per movie than Robert Downey Jr. does.
What? So all these people with like real talent and acting skills.
Yeah.
And you're letting The Rock outmaneuver you?
Yeah.
I would get a
Google it and you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked if you Google it. And so, but that all said, like, I have a prediction that this might be the biggest flop of all time, which currently Borderlands took that record with how badly they flopped. But when Morbius did better than you had a bad movie. That's so crazy. I have a prediction that Red One is gonna be like, and I don't think it'll be a bad movie. I just think it's gonna flop hard, really, 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 really hard. So, anyway.
So there might not be a Jumanji 4. We'll see. I don't know.
There definitely will be because he's gonna need work.
Adam. Yeah, they're like, this one will be better. Well, they're already telling. It's gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be way better. We got a good script. We got a good director.
We've got a good vision. We have an idea, creative idea.
Kevin Hart's,
the greatest comedic duo of all time, The Rock and Kevin Hart.
They're really good people.
Because one's like really big and strong, and the other one's really really tiny and little and squirmy.
It's
so
loud.
Great.
Okay, whatever.
They're a modern day Schwarzenegger and DeVito.
I don't know. He seems like such a dick, but whatever.
See, I don't know how they haven't done a remake of Twins starring The Rock and Kevin Hart. I don't that one just seems so in the bag.
Yeah,
it seems so obvious.
That'll be on our next show, sir. I'm sure later down the road. Movies nobody wanted.
Next movies nobody wanted.
All right.
Anything else, or is that the last one?
No more. I just I need a breath. It's so disheartening. This is my least favorite of all.
Okay.
I think the only thing worse than this was like Good Burger when they redid it.
Oh yeah.
All
right.
The people that we all thought died, I literally thought they all died.
Uh-oh.
But they're still alive.
Lost?
The Waynes. You've ever heard the Waynes? There's like 100 of them. They're like B Kevin Hart's. Like if Kevin Hart did B movies, that's the Waynes.
I
Anyways,
mean, yeah.
Damon Wayans is the best they got, and he only did like, I mean, his best movie was with Bruce Willis. Anywho, they're coming back for a movie nobody wanted to see.
Okay.
Another scary movie. They
They're
announced it.
bringing back the franchise?
Yep. Scary Movie
Wow.
6. And it's funny because they announced it. We got a huge announcement. The movie everyone wanted back. Scary Movie. We're bringing it to you. Thanks for asking. And it's like, who was asking for this? If I'm assuming they're just saying it because it's like they wanted it to make money. But if you were asking for this and begging them to make this, shame on you. Okay? Shame on you.
Give me a second. Give me a second here. Because I will say this. The
Are they
original
coming on the
scary
show?
movies.
You gotta tell me if people are coming on the show before I bash them. How many times I gotta tell you this?
If that were the case, we'd never have a guest on the show. No.
We haven't had a guest in the last 2 months.
The originals, I was like part 1, part 2, and even part 3. I thought they were creative. I thought they were over top. They were silly. They were funny. I mean, they gave us what's her name? The chick,
Star Lord's ex-wife.
Yes, Anna Faris. Anna Faris. They gave us Anna Faris. I thought they were great when they satirized horror movies and tropes that we all knew of, and we all like collectively we were like, yes, this is ridiculous. Let's make fun of it. I thought they were good. Obviously it got to a point where like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 superhero teen movie, all these other ones. And if you actually find out the history behind this, it's actually really fascinating in that it was the Wayans that created all this, and then the studios took it away from them and basically kicked them out. And so, like, if you look at the ones they did, they were good. And if you look at the ones they didn't do,
so they did 1 and 2.
Yep.
And Marlon and Sean wrote it, and their brother Keenan, the older one, he directed it.
Yep.
And they did 1 and 2, which I think 2 was better than 1.
Yes.
I think we quote it all the time, especially because you've got a strong hand. They did part 1 with a $19 million budget. Guess how much it made?
$100 million.
No, $278 fucking million. Wow. So it's like, that's amazing. 19 million to 278. Like, that's freaking sick.
That's a great
right?
return.
So it's like,
ROI
let's do another one. Second movie, they threw him a little more money, 45 million, made 141. Still pretty good.
Yeah, you would say is a loss, but they're still so far ahead from the first movie that they're just, you know what I mean? They're still, even if the second one breaks even, they're still ahead from the first movie, So anything positive is going to be huge.
I mean, I liked it. But the thing is also, like, at the time, those movies they
Were original.
spoofed were like Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
So it's like you had the material.
And it was original. It was an original idea. It hadn't been done. A satire at that level hadn't been done before that. So it really was something original and
not
unique.
for horror. Yeah, not for horror movies.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah. So, and then it got blown out of the water, whatever.
And you want to know why? Like, guess who?
Money.
Guess who you think took over after they took it away from him?
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, pretty much. The guy that did freaking Naked Gun, David Zucker.
Yeah.
He's like over the top. Like, I hate the Naked Gun movies. They're so stupid. Like, they're not funny. I like the Airplane. He did Airplane, but I don't know. And that's how the movies were. They were like this, like, too like over the top, exaggerated shit.
They were very like what's the word, like almost like Beavis and Butthead, you know what I mean, where it was like it was just stupid versus funny, which I think the Wayans did a really good job with the funny. So the fact that they're bringing it back, let me just say this, I know you're saying movies that nobody wants to watch or nobody asks for or whatever. I'm interested to see what they do because for a couple reasons. Them doing it, they have a great track record, minus like white chicks, which a lot of people did like. A lot of people did like white chicks, and I wasn't a big fan.
No.
But they've had a very good success rate doing what they do. Secondly, we have seen over the last few years a resurgence in horror. There had been a long lull of horror, like, like, because at that time we were, Scream and The Ring, and like we were getting all this really good horror, and then it was like a long drought.
Where nobody watched them. It was
Yeah.
like bullshit.
And we've seen Halloween came back and had a resurgence. Chucky has a series that's out that's supposed to be pretty good. Art the Clown in the Terrifier is huge right now. Terrifier is like crazy huge. Came out of
So
nowhere.
it's been 11 years since Scary Movie 5, which was the last one. We have The Conjuring, Get Out, It, Hereditary, A Quiet Place, The Witch,
Insidious,
Midsommar, Nope, Megan, X, Pearl, Smile, Five Nights at Freddy, and then they did a bunch of remakes: Halloween, Scream, Exorcist, Candyman, Shining, and Alien.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Terrifier, they did 3 of
That's
those.
the big
like,
one, yeah.
So a lot of source material. So we'll get probably 2 more.
And if you think
They'll
about
take it away from them again, and then we'll get a bunch of shitty ones.
And if you think about it, like there's things that are so right. Megan, the robotic doll, like that's going to be rife for comedy.
Yeah, you do Megan, Five Nights at Freddy, like
yeah.
They're like pretty raunchy, over the top. It's the other thing that bothers me with them is like they always have to star in it, and they're not like too good at acting. Like I thought, is it Sean Reigns?
Sean Wayne,
Who he did fuck, what's his name? He had the poofy hair in the movies or whatever. I thought that was like his best acting he's ever done.
Yeah. I think they work best in an ensemble cast. When they're 1/8 of a cast, it works really great. When they're like 1/4 or greater of the cast, it's too much. You gotta have them in bits and pieces,
Yeah,
to
you're not
really
Eddie
shine.
Murphy, all right? You're not doing all the Nutty Professor stuff. All right, calm down.
All right, is that it for movies
I got
nobody
one
wanted?
more.
One more,
and
okay.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay, ooh, do tell.
I kind of want to see it, but I kind of don't. I read the story. I like the story. But The Running Man is coming out. The Running Man, if you don't know, was originally, I think it was with Arnold Schwarzenegger, wasn't it?
Schwarzenegger, that's correct.
None other than him. They're making a new one. Guess who's playing the lead?
Chris Hemsworth.
You would think, right? You got Arnold, big fucking dude. Let's get another big dude. No.
Kevin Hart.
Michael fucking Sarah. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what? What? Like, what? Yeah. Scott Pilgrim himself is coming back.
God.
For Running Man, directed by Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright does good stuff.
Oh, man.
I don't know how I feel. Like,
oh, that's too much.
Is he bulking up? Like, is he gonna work out with The Rock or something? Like, get some of them steroids?
Hey, Nerdy Vet's in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? I bumped into Nerdy Vet at Comic-Con, man. Good dude, man. We hung out for a bit at one of the after parties. We got smashed.
Welcome.
We got smashed at one of the after parties. It was a good time.
So Michael Cera and
Michael
Amelia
Cera.
Jones. I don't know who Amelia Jones is.
Amelia Jones sounds familiar. I'm trying to think. What's the angle? Like, I think Michael Cera. Immediately, I think of, like you said, Scott Pilgrim, Juno. Like, obviously, Superbad. We all know Superbad.
And he's got like he acts like one way. Like
he's
like
a one note. He's a one note player.
Snarky, like high pitched kind of. Oh, I'm a nerdy.
And I think very, very, very scared, very timid. So if it's Edgar Wright doing it, then it's gonna be more comedy than not, right? Because if you think of like Shaun of the Dead and all the other movies he's made with those guys. Um, I don't know. It could work, right? Because if you look at a movie like, let's say specifically Shaun of the Dead, you know, the character Shaun, you know, he's kind of wimpy and he's not very brave. And then throughout the movie, we buy into the fact that he's, you know, he becomes this brave guy, and so I think
I think it could work. Here,
it could work.
let me tell him the premise. Okay.
Sure. Give me the
So
premise.
the novel, which was written
Synopsis.
under Stephen King's fucking nickname, Richard Bachman, it centers on a desperate man, Ben Richards. He needs money for his sixth daughter, so he joins a popular show, The Running Man, in which teams of killers hunt down contestants. The longer a contestant survives, the more money that person makes. But as the game show's producers and killers will find out, this desperate man will break all the rules and expose the show's dark secrets. So if you look at that and you think of his other work, like you said, Shaun Dead and stuff, I think it'll work.
It could work. I
Because
think
you
it
think
could
about
work.
it, like, yeah, he's like the little like cowardly dude, and he just kind of like,
He gets pushed to a point, to his breaking point, and
well,
he fucking
yeah.
snaps.
So you're on a team, right? Let me tell you who else is in the movie.
All right, give us some names. Drop some names.
My boy Josh Brolin, Katie O'Brien.
Oh, Brolin's got to play a killer.
And Lee
Brolin's got to
Pace,
be a killer,
right? Lee Pace. I don't know.
Oh,
who
Lee
he is.
Pace.
I think he's the
Ooh,
big dude. Sounds like a big dude.
Lee Pace isn't Lee Pace played Ronan the Accuser? Didn't he play Ronan the Accuser in the Guardians movies?
Yeah.
I think that was Lee Pace.
Let me Google. Should have Googled it before, but whatever.
Nerdy Vet says we need a Maximum Overdrive remake. Maximum Overdrive. Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah. So he played Thranduil, the Elven King, and the Hobbit, and Ronan the Accuser.
Maximum Overdrive. Why does that sound so familiar? Oh, that's why it had like the Green Goblin face in the truck. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, Emilio Estevez was in that. No kidding.
Fuck yeah, dude. That was a great movie.
Yardley Smith.
Can't redo fucking Emilio.
I can see it.
So yeah, when you read that synopsis, I think he could do it, but do we want to see it? Not really. Here we go. Hold on, I got more info. So Brolin is going to play the producer of the game show.
I thought he would. I saw him more as a killer, but all right.
Oh, Michael Cera will play a naive rebel who tries to help the desperate man. So he's not even the lead.
He's not the lead. He's not the running man. He's not the actual running man. He's the computer hacker nerd that's gonna help him through the trials. That's what it's gonna be.
So probably. Oh, you know what?
That's what it is. You know what?
Powell's gonna be. Wait, who's Powell?
This is my excellent research department. Hard at work, guys.
Sorry. Anyways. Yeah, so he's just playing. I thought he was going to play the running man, but he's not.
No, there you go. It's all right. Live. You're finding out live with us. Stop playing with your lightsaber, CQ. First of all, I always play with my lightsaber. You can't tell me what to do. Is it dead? Did my lightsaber die? I think it died. Oh, there it goes.
Hopefully.
I think it died. No, it didn't. I gotta stop.
So that'll come out. It's gonna come out from Paramount November 21 next year.
You know what? I will reserve judgment until the first trailer
comes out.
Yeah, because there are certain things that you can, based on the writers, based on the actors, based on all the different things, like there's certain red flags where you go, oh yeah, this is gonna be bad. so far, okay. I see a vision. I see of what could be, and let's see that first trailer. When we see the first trailer, I think that'll give us a better sense of what it's gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna make a lot of money. Who plays the Running Man?
Who? Chris Hemsworth.
He was in a movie with Tom Cruise.
Oh, the guy that was just in Twisters.
He's the new fucking hot chick.
Yeah,
Glenn Powell.
Glenn
is playing the
Powell.
Running Man.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
It's gonna make so much
I
money.
see that. Yeah, I can
It's
see
gonna make
that.
so much money.
I can see that. I can see that.
Oh
Yep.
God.
Yep. Funny enough, I just saw an interview with Glenn Powell, and he was talking about a movie that he was in. And he goes like, "Nobody remembers I was in that movie." What movie was it? Hang on. He was. Oh man, I saw that, and I was like, hey, he talks about it. He's like, yeah. Oh, The Dark Knight Rises. He's in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
And he's like, nobody remembers I was in The Dark Knight Rises because he had like one scene, and it was like
I remember him from Spy Kids 3D Game Over.
That says a lot about you.
Speaking of Spy Kids,
yeah,
3D. Did you freaking know?
Uh-oh.
This blew my flipping mind.
Do tell.
Eva Longoria saved John Wick. We would not have John Wick if it wasn't for Eva flipping Longoria.
Oh, please. Do tell.
Yeah. So it came out recently. People were talking to the directors of John Wick. And they said they reached a point in the filming where, hold on, I gotta get how they worded it. Basically, Eva Longoria, they had like a funding gap where and financing, like they called up their shit and they're like, you don't have any more money.
We're out of money.
Keanu, like the writer, directors, all them put in all the money, and they're like, we still need more money or you can't continue. So when the guy reached out, I think it was the director or the writer, whatever, he reached out to his agency and he said, hey, reach out, we need more money or whatever for this movie. And the guy did. He just like spammed a bunch of people and said, hey, we got this movie if you're interested. Fucking Eva Longoria said, sure. Here's $6 million. And she put it up. She didn't think it was going to be successful, but put up the money anyways. She gave him some terms that like the guy and the producer agreed to, and the producer never said anything to anyone. It's just like, we got the funding, and like the next day they continued filming. They released it. It wasn't until like, I guess a couple years later, at a dinner, the guy said like, oh, and by the way, just so you know, we were gap financed by Eva Longoria. And everyone was like, what? He's like, yeah, I shot it out there and she picked it up. She didn't think it was gonna be successful, and it was, but she they won't say what exactly she did, but she worked it to where she got a fuck ton of money in return.
Well, sure.
I think she like whatever she did, she got a percentage of it or something.
Yeah,
and she still does to this day, because it was like, oh, she said over tenfold she made her money back.
Well,
so,
sure.
She said it was the best investment she ever made in her life.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm struggling with is, in what world does Eva Longoria have more money to invest in a movie
than Keanu
Reeves? And I get like this is pre-Wick blowing up, but that's still post-Matrix, post, Bill and Ted, post, all the other hits that he made. Like, how did he not have enough to buy John Wick himself? Like, if it's me and like, I don't know, this is what's interesting. Real quick, side tangent. This is what's interesting about Hollywood, because you see a movie. But you see a movie like John Wick and you go, oh yeah, this was destined to be a hit. Like, it was destined to be a hit. But right there, that tells you that Keanu himself didn't fully invest in the movie. You know what I mean? Because like, if it's me, you would think like, oh man, I'm in them. I know this is gonna be a badass movie. But he even talked about this before, that like when he did John Wick, like it was a small indie movie. Like it wasn't supposed to be this big, huge mega hit. It just connected. So it's fascinating to me where he didn't even bet on himself in the John Wick franchise.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, here's what the guy said. He says, we were less than a week out. We lost almost $6 million on a gap financing. We were financing independently to get the bond, which that's what they had to pay for. But one of the investors couldn't raise the money in time. Me, Keanu, and Dave had deferred. Basil, the producer, had maxed his 3 credit cards. We all had put in everything, including Keanu, and we were still short, so we were shut down.
Bullshit. Keanu did not put everything he owned in that movie.
How many movies has he
Guaranteed.
fucking done? I think he had a set budget because he's like trying to star in a movie. He's trying to make money, so he's like, oh, you know, they probably came to him like after they were filming or something, and like, hey, we need help. And he's, I mean, he's not dumb. He's been in Hollywood forever. So he's probably like, oh, you know, I'll give you whatever, like a million
he's
or
X
two or
amount of dollars,
something.
you know, for producer credits and all that.
Because he's like, I'm doing all the fucking work. I'm starring it. It's like you, if you come to me and you're like, oh, I need money for the show. And I'm like, I got $10. It's all I got.
20.
I was all in. The Pop Culture Warrior was going down. I was all in. I put all $10 in. It's all
That's
I
all
had.
right. I'm gonna make a call to Eva Longoria. She's got me.
I
She's
called
gonna gap
King
finance the
Smith, and he
shit out
dropped
of
a
this show.
$4.99 super chat, and he saved us.
That $4.99, baby.
We did
Well,
after
after YouTube takes their cut, it's more like $3.50, but you know, it's fine.
And that's how I was like, fucking Keanu. How does Eva Longoria, like at that point in time, her number one thing was
Desperate Housewives.
Desperate Housewives.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, she's got big money from that because she did that show for like 10 years.
She also, but she had to fight. That was like, she was the one who was like fighting for equal pay for women and shit at that time.
Yeah.
But how much do you make from television? Like, I think the most people got paid from television was like the Seinfeld or Friends or Seinfeld, one of those two shows.
Yeah, Friends, they were each making $1 million per episode on the last season.
I think Seinfeld was somewhere
like 7
close.
million.
Like, it was somewhere close like that. Like, I think like Jason Alexander was like the lowest paid or something or whatever, but he was still getting $1 million. So it's like, how much is Desperate Housewives making? Like, 700K?
Don't get me wrong, they made money and it was a big hit, but it wasn't the Matrix level money where they split like it between the 3 main actors. You know what I mean?
Like if he hadn't done the Matrix and he only did like
Bill and Ted and
chick flick movies and shit he was stuck in.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't make shit for those movies.
Speed.
I don't think he made money on Speed. Do you think like back then 80s, 10 million a movie is like max? I don't know.
Like 6, 7, yeah.
I mean, he does live frugal, but he had fucking money. He just didn't want to put it up.
Yeah. Peter had a question. He says, why don't you guys dress up for Comic-Con? The simple answer is, if I was going to Comic-Con as like an attendee, sure, I would dress up. I got nothing. But like, I'm going to work. And if you've seen anybody dressed up at a Comic-Con, you know what happens to them. They can't take 3 steps without, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture? Can I take a picture?
Won't get shit done.
I would never get shit done. It's so funny. I bumped into a guy while I was at Comic-Con, and phenomenal cosplay. He had a giant cart with a full built diorama, and it was the scene of Beetlejuice coming out of the table. You know, where it's the table with the houses and
the model.
Little shit. So he was stomach up, sticking out of the table, completely dressed as Beetlejuice, while also having to like walk with the table, like it was on a cart. And I'm like, literally, I watched him because I was waiting for my panel, and I'm just watching him walk across, and it was literally stop for a picture, stop for a picture, stop for a picture, stop for a picture, and like 20 minutes, he had made it like 10 feet. And I even, like, as he passed me, I leaned in and goes, so, I said, first of all, great costume. But I was like, you can't get anywhere, can you? And he's like, no. And he goes, think about when I try to get to the bathroom in this thing. And I'm like, oh, damn. So yeah, I
but he's
wouldn't
got a
be able to
4-day
get shit done.
pass just so he could see the whole
Yeah.
show.
Like that's I mean, it boils down to just
And there's that, and it's like you're trying to pitch. We got to pitch ourselves
yeah.
to these people
It's hard to
and
be in a
try to
press.
make them interested in our
This is me in a press
content.
room.
Yeah, we don't have money to pay them like other people do. So we have to pitch ourselves to them, and it's hard to fucking do when you're dressed like in a fucking stupid, silly costume, all right?
But not only that, like
you should really do our show. It's great. And I'm like, you fucking, dressed as like I don't know.
and I mean,
Whatever.
look, and imagine too, because like I'm sitting in a press room. I'm interviewing the cast of the franchise. So imagine me just sitting there
Dressed
like
this
yeah, I'm
fucking
like,
idiot.
so in this new show,
Hold
tell
on,
us
are
about
you 5 fucking years old? Like, what the fuck? Where's
they're
your
like,
parents?
are you having a good Comic-Con? Are you having a good time, kid? Which is funny
not
because I did
professional.
actually see people in the press areas in like Deadpool costumes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
But
like,
did they get interviews? No. Was
yeah,
they
like
bringing cutting edge content? No. Did they have guests on their show? No.
yeah, that's
They're like, here's me at Comic-Con, and they got CQ in the background pounding a fucking hot dog and a bucket of popcorn,
how did
sweating
you
his ass
know?
off because he just interviewed 17 people, just ran 7 laps around the whole fucking building.
Right. I'm on my 6th energy drink of the day and I'm doing great.
There's so many interviews.
So many interviews. Which I spoke to the actress, speaking of the franchise, one of the actresses that is in it is the same chick that played Stormfront in The Boys, the Nazi Stormfront. And so I was like, hey, I've seen you on this new show and you're great and everything. I said, but just wanted I love what you did in The Boys. Like, what a way to take a character and really make it yours and this and that. And she's, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Which in real life, she is so teeny tiny. She's like a stick figure. I was afraid if I touched her, I'd break her.
Really?
So she looks so intimidating in The Boys, but in real life, she is like Skeletor with flesh. Like, she's poor thing. I was like, do you want a hot dog or something? You need some food. You look so malnourished.
I got some leftover pizza.
Yeah, but I did say, I was like, hey, so I had heard a rumor that, even though in the show The Boys, her character's left maimed and deformed and basically killed. I was like, I heard a rumor like that you might be coming back to do some things. Obviously it would be almost like prequel or whatever. And she like looks around. She literally looks around. Goes, well, I can't really say anything. And then she kind of leans in. She goes, it's going to be awesome. And I went, oh, she's coming back. She's coming back for Stormfront. So there you go. Little under the radar.
Yes.
Hasn't been announced yet. Stormfront is coming back. It'll probably have to do with, I don't know, maybe a spinoff show or maybe like a flashback or something, because she like dead. She died.
Yeah,
In
she did.
She dead. Anyway,
Speaking of dead,
yes.
I'll crush these things real quick.
Yeah, knock them out.
You talked about it before. The game Concord for PlayStation, supposed to be this big epic shit, permanently shut down, and the studio closed.
Yes.
Firewalk Studios was closed up shop. PlayStation made them turn off the servers and said Concord's not coming back. Sorry about it.
So what's funny about that is, I mean, obviously it's the hundreds of millions of dollars that Sony put into this. But when they shut it down originally a couple weeks ago, they're like, hey, we're going to take the feedback and we're going to figure out how we can next steps. And like, we thank you guys so much for being so upfront and honest with us. And we're going to really use that and blah, blah, blah. And, it's good to see that they're just like, yep, nah, fuck it. We're done. We're shutting it down. That's tough, man. That's tough. I mean, I do feel for them. Look, I'm not the biggest Sony fan, but I do feel for a studio that because when you have an idea and you're like, okay, let's bring this to life, and you spend years and hundreds of millions of dollars putting this all together and for it to be one of the biggest, like, think of a game like what was that Cyberpunk 2077,
Yeah.
like, which had the most abysmal launch, took 10 years, took hundreds of millions of dollars, but they never shut it down. And they
Nope.
said, "Oh, we'll
It's
tweak
on
it,
it.
and
You can still play it.
they're still dropping content for it, and
Yeah.
apparently it's really good now. Like, they got it to a very playable point, and it's really good. But like, so how far gone do you have to be where they're like, it just makes more sense for us to just cut our losses, cut bait, and just
No.
let this go?
It's not only that, they're like, they closed the studio. Like,
Yeah,
how fucked
you
up
won't
is
make.
they're like, just like, no, you know, we don't want nothing you have to offer. It's
I
like,
will
what?
say, I will
You're
say
such
something.
dick.
It is fucked up, but I will say something about that. And it's the dirty little secret of the industry, in that, like, the big mega corps don't really exist anymore. So, like, Ubisoft, right? You
Yeah.
don't really see studios like that anymore, other than the ones that are already established, EA, Ubisoft, whatever. It's like, you ever notice you play a game and you're like, what the fuck is a Red Crow Productions? But then you play another game and it's by Blue Box Studios, and you play another game, and it's like, what? So now companies have found it's just easier to shut down and start up companies for each game than it is to, like, have this ongoing studio. It has to do with, like, tax credits. It has to do with, like, how the businesses are filed and how they can pay for employees and how they can ramp
Well,
up and shut down.
it says, so Firewalk is the studio, but it's owned by PlayStation.
Yeah, it's one of their, because they
PlayStation-owned
buy all these
studio.
small studios. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so they're like a sub. Okay, we'll
yeah.
buy you up. You come under us.
Yep. And then they'll
It
shut them
was
down. So what they'll do is they'll take those people and they'll just shuffle them around in other PlayStation whatevers.
well, I don't know about that, because they
Well,
said in the thing they're like, well, hopefully they could find employment elsewhere. I'm like, what? Because they also like shut down Neon Koi, which I guess they did mobile
we
games.
wish them the best.
But like,
We
it
wish them
just
all the
says, hopefully
best.
those that lost their jobs at Firewalk Studios and Neon Koi will be able to find new places.
Thoughts and prayers for the
It's like, holy
employees.
shit. It's like, you really fucking suck at
Yeah,
your
you
job
did-
if
you did not do
PlayStation's
good.
like, no, we're not even gonna shuffle you around.
You're not gonna
Just good luck.
redistribute.
Hope you find work elsewhere. Pop Culture Warrior needs editors. Hit a player up.
Yeah.
We'll send you some swag.
Scott says, have you seen the views for Dragon Age Veilguard? They seem very sus. Most include the same terminology like return to form thoughts. I haven't, but I know what you mean by like sus reviews, because that's becoming a bigger and bigger trend where these companies are using AI and bots and things like that to try to flood the market with, like, positive reviews, but it starts to look really sus. It starts to look really bad when you start seeing very weird wording, or you see profiles with no other postings, and it's real. That's a real thing. It seems very like conspiracy, like, oh no, they're trying. It's very real. It's very real. Companies are now budgeting for, like, back end marketing, right? You have your commercials, you have your thing, and then, like, that's now just, hey, there's a budget line item for bots, positive review bots, and that is a budget line item for companies now.
I said it once, I said it before. I'll do
Yeah.
games too. Hit a player up.
You'll extend to games.
Hit me up. I will tell you if it's good or not.
Yeah, true story. Anything else?
I got you watch the old Netflix over there?
I do dabble.
A
A
little
tad.
Netflix here and there.
A little chill, a little Netflix and chill.
It got a little show called Tomb Raider, animated show. Tomb Raider Legend of Lara Croft.
Mm-hmm.
Got approved for a second season. So
Good job.
If you liked it, it's coming back. Yeah. I think that's a old Agent Carter, Haley Atwell. She's coming back
the
for
voice.
season 2
Yeah,
as
she's
well.
the voice. She's the voice of Lara Croft.
So
her.
season 2 will find Laura discovering a trail of stolen African Orisha masks.
Ooh.
She joins forces with her best friend Sam, voiced by Karen Fukuhara in season 1. To retrieve the precious artifacts, Laura's thrilling new adventure takes her around the globe as she delves deeper into the hidden secrets of Orisha history, dodges the machinations of a dangerous and enigmatic millionaire, blah, 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 blah. You'll find out.
Scott says, if you want a good anime on Netflix, the Gundam show, Requiem for Vengeance, is actually pretty good. I'll have to check that out. I'm excited because we're hitting that fall new show season.
Right.
And it's also, we're coming out of that post writer strike. Like, remember we talked about this before. You don't feel the writer strike for about a year. And then all of a sudden, it's just like a 6-month span of nothing. So we're finally coming out of that. And I'm excited because there's shows.
So much reality TV.
Yeah, there's so many shows that I'm excited to that are finally coming back. Silo, Severance, what else? And Wednesday's coming back. I mean, there's a bunch of great shows.
We got
really good.
Taylor Sheridan has The Landowner, which comes out. Wizards of Waverly Place comes out tomorrow. The new one,
the new Beyond Waverly Place. Yeah. But no, there's just a bunch of great content coming.
Yellowstone's coming back.
We're getting closer and closer to the revival of King of the Hill. That should have been out by now, but obviously with the passing of the guy that voiced Dale Gribble, that kind of changed things. But just my own little bit, I saw a posting where they showed a preview, or not a preview, but an image, a still of Bobby, who's an adult now. He's 21. He looks about 21, 22, and he's a chef. He's a professional chef, which makes sense. You know, he grew up loving food and whatnot. But you can already see where the twist is. He's known for cooking with charcoal, which that's gonna piss off dear old dad.
Spoiler: Hank's upset by his new career.
Yeah.
So he doesn't use propane. We got
Use propane.
Whoa!
It's a clever gag. Never saw it coming.
Mike Judge never saw it coming.
Never saw it coming. So we're getting close to that. There's a lot of good stuff coming.
We got fucking Daredevil coming.
Daredevil, which I feel they lied to us. They lied to us. Do you not remember them saying, like, we're gonna have fucking 90 episodes of Daredevil?
Yeah.
And now I think it's down to 9.
Yeah.
Which is
a record for them. I mean, it's usually like 3.5.
2 3/4 of an episode.
We'll give you one. You wait 5 months. We'll give you another one. You wait 7 years. We'll give you another one. But I'm excited. Is also fucked up too. It's like one episode's like 43 minutes. One's 22 minutes. It's like, you can't do an hour. I mean, we do a 2-hour show and we prepared an hour beforehand.
Mike's over there making notes.
You can't give me 12 episodes an hour long, like, and you have a year or two to make a show.
I will say this:
imagine if we really prepared for this fucking show.
Imagine if we tried. Imagine if we actually tried on this show. We'd be the Joe Rogan podcast. Here's the thing: I'm not a stickler of like each episode needs to be exactly 59 minutes long. Like, I'm okay if one episode is 48 and one episode's 36 and one episode is an hour and 12. Like, I'm okay with that. But because I feel like if it serves the story, right? If some episodes the story's not there for a longer episode, fine, make it short. And if it's there for a longer episode, make it longer, whatever. But I agree with you in that you got to give us more than 9. If you're gonna shortchange us on half of the episodes, you got to give us more than 9. You got to 12 minimum.
Like, it's
12 minimum. Do a 30-minute show.
Like, you got to think 10 minutes of that is credits. They literally have 10 fucking minutes of credits.
Do a 40-minute show.
And just list the important people. List the people that acted. I don't need to know, like, the person who was the third assistant of the first assistant of the second assistant on set in one location, and then you do it for every location.
The wardrobe consultant's best friend's dog was played by.
And then we had this person that picked up that person's dog shit, and we
Yep.
got to get them like Jesus.
The assistant to the
Christ.
caterer. If funny enough, if like you know me, I'm big into like all the happenings behind the scenes. Guys, go check out the franchise. The first, I think 3 or 4 episodes are on HBO Max right now. The franchise is awesome. It shows you so much of like the behind the scenes of what happens in these like big budget movies and whatnot. And like it's obviously it's a parody.
Satire, yeah.
It's a satire of the reality. But I talked with the creators and everything. He goes, we talked to a lot of inside industry people and took their real stories and just play it for laughs, but it's real stories. Like we use their real stories, and like, you know, obviously we change names and dates and places but things, but like, you know, there's the guy who's, you know, says inappropriate things. There's the guy who only cares about what number he is on the call sheet. You know, is he the number 1 guy? Is he the number 2 guy? There's the guy that's like so in his head about he has to be super in shape and like is his ass getting too big and like all these things. One of my favorite lines was like, they're like, listen, we have a girl problem. And they're like, what? And he's like, yeah, like, you know, there's not enough women. There's just, we need to write better women characters. He goes, bring in our women experts. And it's like 3 guys. And it's like, these guys write women the best. And, you know, instead of like the idea that instead of using women, they use men. These are our women guys, you know, and it was pretty funny. So there's a lot of shit like that where they make, you know, witty commentary and all the ridiculousness that happens. But it's a funny show. It's a funny show. Very fast paced too. Like you got to be like, they jump to thing to thing to thing to thing. So it's very quick. But yeah. Anything else? What you got for us, bud?
I'm good.
You're good.
No, I got one.
What's with the hoodie? It's not a hoodie. It's a what would you call it? A tunic? Is this a hooded
robe?
A robe? Well, it's not really a robe.
I'm just kidding. Fuck.
I would say it's more of a tunic. Yeah.
What do they call it? There's a term for it. Anyways. Mortal Kombat is coming out with Ghostface as an add-on character. They did a little.
I thought you were talking about the movie. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, the game.
The game.
But they did other people, which I didn't know. I don't play it.
Yeah, they do. They've done so many collabs.
They've done Omni-Man, which
Omni-Man,
yep. That's fucking cool. They did Peacemaker, which John Cena did the voice. They did Homelander, which that guy did the voice. Omni-Man, what's his name, did the voice. J.K. Simmons. And the original guy that did Scream, Roger L. Jackson, he does the voice for Ghostface.
Nice. Yeah, dude, they've had and that's just this one, because then they even had like the last installment where they had like the xenomorph from Aliens. They had the Predator. They had Mike Myers. Like they've done so many collabs. It's like Dead by Daylight. They're license whores. They just want to get as many licensed products as they. Well, they had the Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles were in there.
They're supposed to do Conan and T-1000, but they announced it, but it's still pending. And it's like, oh, we had what's his name on the show? We had T-1000. He ain't doing all that. He's opened a Harley dealership. He's got time.
He's in season 2 of Peacemaker. That's fine. Yeah. But they had like the Ninja Turtles in there. They had a bunch of licenses.
My brother plays it. He likes it, but I just hurts my hands. I got strong hands.
You got strong hands.
Too much going on.
Strong hands.
Got nerve damage. We both got nerve damage.
Delicate baby hands.
We can't be jamming them buttons all day.
Billy says it's a cloak. Is this a cloak? I guess it would be a cloak.
That's what I was going for.
It'll be a cloak. Yes, it's a cloak. And I just took off my mask because it's fucking hot as balls. But
no, that's all I got. I mean, I scoured the internet.
Good job, man.
I picked what I thought was interesting.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah. Anyways, a bunch of people died again too, but we don't talk about that.
It's such a bummer. Like, here's the thing. I do, because there's a lot of shows and shit that they'll like, oh, in memoriam and whatever. And here's the thing. Like, obviously, much respect to all those people that passed, whatever. But it's such a bummer. It's such a bummer. Like, because then your show's just going to be every week. This guy died.
Yeah.
That guy died. This
Oh,
guy
you remember
died.
this
That guy
movie that
died.
you really loved and
Yeah, he
you
did.
liked it and it's imprinted in your memory and you talk
Yeah.
about all the time? Yeah, that guy died.
Yeah, that guy died. You're the guy you
Fuck,
love. You think he's the
okay.
best. It's like, yep, that guy died. No, that's a yes. I just I rarely ever post the whole like they died, this person died, just because like I mean they died. I'm not breaking news here. I'm not the one breaking news that somebody died. So
That shit's all they
just
post. It's like all over everything.
super bummer. We celebrate life here and celebrate the wins and the victories and the good stuff. And the movies that nobody wants.
You watch The Penguin? I've been watching The Penguin.
I bet the
Pretty
Penguin's good, man. Christian Milotti, fucking just
That's the Hangman, right?
yes. Well, it's not really the Hangman, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's the character.
We talked about it before. Before you left,
mhm.
before you sold me out last week. John Turturro came out and said why he didn't want
That's
to
so
continue the
stupid.
role. Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I'm not. He said. So basically, what happened
'Cause
was
it
they
has
asked him,
women
and he's like,
violence.
"Oh, I did all." First, he says, "I did all I could do with the character. There's nothing more." And then he's like, "I didn't like the way, was it like he abuses women or something
Yeah, he's
like
like a
that."
woman abuser. The show glorifies women abuse.
Yeah, it's like, no, you got paid more to do Transformers 29 or whatever you're doing than to do this show that you didn't think was going to be successful.
Nah, it boils down to this. It boils down to this.
He didn't want to be known as the Hangman.
Well, there is that. But no, I just think like he signed on to play this very like because when it was announced that Carmine Falcone was going to be in the Batman, you were like, oh shit, like that's a like a big deal. So for them to kill him in the movie, I bet you dollars to donuts he was pissed that they killed him off in the movie, and then for them to be like, hey, will you come back for this 10-minute fucking flashback? And he's like, no, fuck you, I'm not gonna go through all this, probably not get paid nearly anything to do a 10-minute cameo. And then he can't say that. He can't say they didn't want to pay me enough money, that's why I didn't come back. So he has to, because he beats up a bunch of waitresses in the freaking movie.
Yeah, he was like choking out the fucking lady, the Catwoman,
and all that. So like
that's what I was
it's so
telling my
stupid.
wife. I was like, he was beating the shit out of ladies.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I didn't think of that. It's like he was probably pissed because they shot him, and they probably added that shit in later. Like they didn't include it in the original.
He was supposed to be part of
like
he
was
the
gonna have
3
this
franchise.
big long run. He's gonna have this character, and everyone's gonna know him.
Yep.
His comeback.
But I did see that there's a rumor that Christian Milotti, I got to learn how to say her name correctly, out of respect for her, that apparently she's going to be in the Batman movie. Like that they loved her performance so much that they're going to make her, again, it's rumor, but that they're going to make her a big part of the Batman sequel. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. But I love her, man. I think she's awesome. There's this great.
They all do a good job in that show.
You ever see the movie Palm Springs? Her and Andy Samberg. Great movie. It's like it's basically Groundhog Day is what they did. A modern day Groundhog Day. They're reliving the same day over and over and over. But it's so good. It's so good.
Andy Samberg, that's great stuff. That's hilarious.
Check that out. Palm Springs, good movie. Came out like a year ago. But anyway,
no, it's great. Fucking God, I still can't believe that's what's his name, Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
it's you ever notice like how the fuck do all these English Irish fucks?
Yeah.
They just switch to an American accent like it's nothing or whatever. Like
we're easy.
Fuck do they do it? And then we do their accent, and it's like we sound stupid.
And we sound bloody damn terrible.
And then they got all pissed, and it's like it just comes naturally to them.
This is a great point. Real quick, I know we're gonna shut it down, but Scott brought up a great point. So there's this story out, and it's not a story; it's a real thing. But there's this news broke. Call of Duty 6 or Call of Duty Black Ops 6 came out, and apparently there's a feature in the game where you can get enhanced audio. Okay, cool, makes sense. But in order to utilize it, you need to go to a third-party application and pay a subscription fee in order to enable the technology to have the advanced audio, which in and of itself becomes a pay to win scenario, or pay to hear, as
So you're
Scott.
paying someone for the fucking hacks. That's smart.
Yeah. So and it's clever because Call of Duty gets to be very like, it's not us. It's not us. They're charging you licensing fee for their technology.
Yeah,
and
we don't own COD, BLK.
Yeah. Like, you know for a fact
OBS
that company
6
is giving
hack.
them that company's giving them kickbacks on probably every subscription that comes in. But that's crazy. That leave it to Call of Duty to find a way to milk more money out of you, because
they're gonna hack anyways. Why don't we just fucking give them the hack?
make some money out of it.
So what is it? What is the enhanced audio?
So the enhanced audio basically,
you hear people's chats if they're private or something.
No,
That's not gonna help you if we're playing. I'm telling you now, just a lot of dicks and gay butt sex talk.
A lot of butt sex.
Literally no gameplay. Like, how are they even coordinated? They just talked about cocks for 35 minutes straight.
All butt.
I've heard shit that I should have never,
right?
never even imagined.
Shit, I learned things from hearing people talk on COD. You learn a lot.
I have PTSD and
COD PTSD.
Now I'm learning.
So the enhanced audio basically lets you hear the environment better, hear the footsteps better, better directional audio. It's everything that's already there, just enhanced to a higher level and a higher degree.
So it's like me if 3M earplugs really worked. Got
yes. It. Yeah. It's like you're hearing before the military versus now. That's the difference. And so,
turn up your volume though, like on your headset really loud.
Well, there's controls where like you can dial in like, less game sound, more footstep sounds and things like that. You can have more control over the audio. So
that's what I'm thinking makes that much a difference. I think if you hear the game chats, maybe, but I don't know. Come at me with your ta 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 ta, your footsteps. I don't care. I don't hear nothing. Spray and pray.
Like this guy's like, what's next? Enhanced graphics subscriptions? Yeah. If you want
really
all
clearly.
the polygons, you're gonna have to pay. You have to pay.
The only thing like that I think would be really helpful is like aimbots and shit like that. Like, I lock on the target faster. Audio might be a slight advantage, but
people that play professionally, like now that becomes you have to have.
What they should do is like enhance audio, but everyone else, like, it fucks everyone else's shit. So how you're in the lobby with randos and like the guy's got like, he's like using the TV volume. He's eating fucking a bag of Doritos. He's got like
the fucking crying baby in the background.
He's got fucking like old ass like fucking Lil Wayne song playing on a fucking cassette player. This shit like that. Like it adds all that. So you can't fucking hear. Look, God damn it! And you can't silence them or whatever. Like, shut the fuck up! Tell that kid to go to bed.
You hear the number 6 train passing by 3 blocks away.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man,
that's what they should do.
I don't know, man. I'm not surprised, only because with Microsoft buying the studios behind it, it's not an Xbox exclusive anymore, or it's not, because you can still get it on PlayStation, but for Xbox players, you now get it free if you have Game Pass. So, think about it. One of the biggest sellers every year is Call of Duty, but now you've lost all the sales of Xbox players because most Xbox players already have Game Pass, so they get that for free. So they had to figure out a way
for $50.
I mean, yeah, but they had the games aren't $50 anymore, homie. They're 60 to 70.
I know, but you buy the hack for $50.
Well, yeah.
And then I got the game for free. I'm more willing to buy a hack. I'm not gonna buy a hack if I had to pay $80 for a game.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
Especially when you're as gifted as I am, and you just dominate at everything you do.
Dirty Vet said, I'm whatever. I'm eating Cheetos and I have the fan next to me.
Yeah,
That's
at the fan on full blast, mic wide open the whole
right.
time.
Right
I'm
next to
doing
the mic.
call outs. Where are they at? Where are they at? You're just chomping away with your fucking fan on, not saying a goddamn word.
Just crunch, 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 crunch.
And then after I clutch it, you're like, good game, GG, and you fucking hang up. I just heard you eat a whole
Thanks for the
bag with your
stats.
fan
Thanks for the
blowing.
stats.
Yeah. GG.
I got all the
I
feels.
have been talking to you for 35 minutes straight. You didn't say a word.
Classic. Scott, yeah, that's exactly it. Wait, what company owns the audio tech? And then their parent company is probably Microsoft. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it all
True.
feeds into the beast, man. It all feeds into the beast, one way or the
Make
other.
that money play. I don't care.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. All righty. I think that wraps it up, man. I think we hit.
Gave you 2.5 hours of content. You're
Gave you
welcome.
Gave you the best years of my life. The best years of my life. You know,
Tell
I wasn't
'em.
gray when this show started. Anybody go back to episode 1. I was not gray at all in episode 1. This show has aged me like a fucking sitting president. Let me
You
tell you.
always say that, and yes, you were.
I was not.
Yeah, you didn't have as much. It wasn't as long, so you didn't notice it.
Bull. I'll pull it up right now, bitch. I'll
Pull
do
it
it.
up, show it.
I'll do it.
care.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Prove me right. I don't
Next
give a fuck.
next week. Next
Guy
week I'm
wants to
bringing
be
a
proven
clip.
Wrong on his own fault.
Guy
Guy wants to be proven wrong
guy
on his own
wants-
show. Don't
guy
help me
wants to
none.
see homos naked. Well, whatever. I will bring a
Tell
clip
them what we
next
got
week.
going on this week.
Here we go. What is just for men finally faded? Oh, fuck you.
They gotta,
Ah,
they gotta sponsor us before
God
he uses it.
jokes. God jokes. All right.
Episode 303 brought to you by Just for Men Jail.
Yeah. For what do we got going around the week? Hey, so here at WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, we have many shows. We bring you lots of shows throughout the week. A show every day, as it were. Starting your week on Sundays. If you're a sports fan, you got to tune into the Sports Bar with King and Coach. Can't miss it. Can't miss it. Sundays, Sports Bar, King and Coach. It's good. If you like sports, that's where you go. Monday edition. Monday.
Our show, when it works.
Yeah. when it works. Monday edition, which they're gonna do. I think was it next week? Are they pushing back that trivia giveaway prizes and whatnot?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
because
they're-
we started it and I crushed
I
two
was
questions.
winning.
I crushed 2 questions and then it shut off.
Yeah, I had 3 questions
Because they
back
were
to back to
showing the
back.
answers. That's beside the point.
Yeah. Well, no, because even if you're showing you the answers, if you don't know what the answer is, that's not really helpful. You know,
It
it's
shows you it's timed so if you answer quicker. It's like the trivia, like Chili.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
faster you answer them. Yeah, they're moving it back. They got big prize. They got big prizes, big
great,
things. They're great
big
people.
prizes.
They do good things. They
huge-
got great shows. It's
Great
huge.
show.
They did
huge
17
prizes.
seasons. Everybody
Huge-
loves them. Blah,
6
blah, blah.
seasons in a movie. Everybody knows. All right, Monday edition.
Next.
Monday, the Monday edition with Ice and Massey, giving you all the news, commentary, discussions happening all around the world. Stay up to date. Know what's happening in the world. Don't be like us. Don't know what's happening out there. Be aware.
We pick and choose. We like that's what we gotta show.
Tuesdays, this box right here. Tuesdays, this box. That's Pop Culture Warrior with CQ and Mad Mike. And sometimes others if CQ just doesn't feel like doing it.
Which is Mad Mike.
If anywhere else,
whoever else is at the bottom of the list.
If anything else possible is happening, CQ will be there versus being here. If there's a Girl Scout troop selling cookies on the corner, CQ will be there covering it for Pop Culture Warrior.
And some of us, I'm fucking there.
Tell me what's the highest selling brand? What's the highest selling flavor this year? Now what else? Wednesdays. Wednesdays is the Smoke Pit. That's with Radar and TZ. That's for all you smokers and jokers. You know who you are. That's your people.
You may
They're there.
remember him from early seasons when CQ says
The best
he
seasons.
he didn't have gray hair.
Yes. It's Mad Mike that gave me all this gray. That's where all the gray came from, was when Mad Mike started.
The best part was you did like a Kamala Harris laughed after. That's how you were like, oh, he's back.
Anyway.
Yeah. Fool me once.
Thursdays. Fool me quadruple times. Thursday, Sergeant's Time. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, man. If you're in the military, that's the show you should watch. That's Ice and Spanky.
They tell time.
They're sergeants and they tell time. It's a pretty it's self-explanatory. It's right in the title.
Talk about clocks and
clocks. Lots of clocks. Military clocks. OD Green clocks specifically.
They do Eastern,
Yeah.
They do
all the time zones. All the time zones. They cover all the time zones.
No, that's a terrible description.
It's just 2 hours of them going.
We may not be on next week.
8:02. It's 8:03. The time is now 8:03.
You guys are not allowed to talk about other shows anymore.
We've lost our promotional privileges. All right, Fridays. Every other Friday is FTX, Friday Night Tabletop Exercise, as it was named by one of our fans.
Because you didn't ask for it, but fucking CQ gave it to you.
You didn't ask for it, but CQ was doing shit anyway.
Every other week.
Without fail.
He is the Kevin Hart of the radio.
50% of the time, it's on every time. So just keep an eye out. Every other Friday is Friday Night Tabletop Exercise.
Like
FTX.
The Rock, he's grossly overpaid. Nobody wanted more of him, but you're getting more of them, and he's bankrupting the station. We're all miserable, and he abuses us.
Yes, that is as accurate a description as ever. And then Saturdays is Weekend Co-ops. That is the online co-op games played by Nemo and an assortment of veteran gamers who come on, and it's a good show. Like, it's not just gaming. Like, people assume that it's just, oh, he's gonna, like, you talk about life and they talk about what's going on and they talk about mental health, and I mean, yeah, it's primarily focused on gaming, but there's just so many more aspects to it, and I've heard a lot of really positive things people are saying about watching and being a part of that community. So that's really cool what he's doing. Same thing I'm trying to do with FTX, kind of in-person grouping and hanging out and just giving kind of a chill vibe.
He's working on more stuff. He's working on he's got stuff in the works.
He's got stuff. He's got things.
Stay tuned.
He's got like 12% of a plan.
He's
the plan.
Gonna do a wall, but he needs people to fund it. I don't know.
I have ideas. I have an idea of what he's doing, and it's great. It's all great.
Great stuff. It's gonna be really, really good. Really big things. It's
really big
great
things
guy.
coming to WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, real quick.
Yeah,
because you do your board game shits or whatever. And
yes.
Did you see the Marvel fucking Magic cards?
The Gathering, bro? You have no idea how hard it is to not go to a store and buy a fucking case of them bitches. Because I have.
So is it like in regular packs, or is it like just Marvel?
So
you just buy the Marvel cards in packs or something.
Yes.
Shit?
So
I don't know how this shit works. I'm not gay.
You're only gay if you play Magic.
Explain it to me. I ain't gay no more. I don't know what the algorithm is, but like every other reel I watch on Facebook is that I ain't gay no more. I don't know why. Apparently I watch a lot of gay shit, I guess.
They're trying to convert you back.
So I keep saying that shit all the time. Anyway, go ahead. Learn it to me.
Magic the Gathering, right? It's like Pokemon cards in the sense that like they release new sets every year.
Normal like baseball cards, got it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, sure. And then, but you don't use baseball cards to play against each other. That's the thing, where you can with Pokemon cards. That's why I made that analogy. But so they release new sets every year where it's just core collections, but then they'll do like licensed ones, like they did Warhammer 40K. They've done. My God, they've done so many. They did a Walking Dead set. Like, they'll do these collaborations. And so you buy the Marvel, Magic the Gathering booster packs or decks. You can buy the full decks. You can buy the case. You can buy the 15 card pack. You can do all that stuff. And then they have like different editions of the pack, so you can buy just the standard play pack, or then you can buy like the premium one where like every card's a holographic, and you can get like the super rare all art cards and blah 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 blah.
Cool.
So I've been so tempted. I have so many Magic the Gathering cards. I have boxes full of them. I had to stop buying, but now I'm like, they fucking got me. They got me.
Just when I was out.
Just when I was out. They bring me. The last one I did was the Walking Dead one. I got they did like a special edition. I got a Rick, I got a Michonne, I got a Negan's Bat, and a bunch of others. But Nerdy Vet says he went to the Hasbro corporate office. Yeah, man, send me a picture. Send me a picture.
Cool.
I'll share it. I'll post it up and share it. But yeah, link me with whoever your contact was for that. Link me up, because I didn't get fucking invited. I'm pissed about that. I got invited to so much shit, but I didn't get invited to the Hasbro corporate office for they did like a breakfast for these guys, and they did the whole thing. It was good for them. Happy for you, man. Jealous, happy and jealous. Get me in there. But all right, that's it for the shows.
Yep, that's enough.
Happening around. I want to thank you guys for joining us on this Hallows Eve promotional episode of Pop Culture Warrior.
Oh shit! I just scrolled because you were rambling. Somebody fucking made 10 of the fucking Batmobile, the Tumbler from the fucking like Dark Knight shit. So you can buy it for $3 million.
Oh, only 3 million?
Yeah,
what a steal!
Fuck, that's a steal. Like fucking increase your donations to the show so you can buy a goddamn tumbler.
Yes, if you all join the Patreon,
sorry, it's only 2.99 million.
2.99 million. I'm only like 2.98 million subscribers away from being able to afford one. So if you all can I do Pop Culture Warrior trading?
Just need a few more subscribers.
Just need a few more subscribers. Peter wants to know, can we do Pop Culture Warrior trading cards? Dude, that's actually not a bad idea. I bet you I could find a company that would you just
but
you do pictures and
then like 4 of us.
First of all, I have a team of people.
You're gonna have 700 variants of CQ, and then like 2 of me, but I'm gonna be like super gay, like Robin or whatever.
I got that. I still have that one
gay
clip
boy
of you
shorts,
like
and then gayer boy. Yeah, that's me shit
I
like
still
that.
have the clips of you like that.
Oh god.
It's a cool idea. That would require a shit ton of work, but that is a cool idea. I would love to like.
Don't worry, we're gonna pause all of our shows so you could fucking make trading cards.
I need a team of like editors to fucking help me.
The first 3 series will all be of him.
I'm gonna produce trading cards the way Kevin Smith produces comic books. It's gonna be like 1, and then a 6-year pause, and then another one,
another one,
and then a 5-year pause, and then you'll get half of one. 3 years, and you'll get like one that's kind of an idea of one that's half done. Yeah, it is what it is.
But save this article. I'm gonna read this shit.
Anywho,
let's wrap this bitch up.
Let's wrap it up, guys. You can also write it off as a business expense. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please, like I said, Thursday is Halloween. Take pictures. Take pictures of your friends. I don't care. They just send us pictures
of their of their costumes.
Of their costumes.
Don't just send us pictures or like fucking pictures that are gonna get us or you in trouble. I don't want a bunch of like dick pics and shit like that. Jesus, you gotta you gotta say your requirements better. Holy shit, we want Halloween costume pictures. I want house decorations of Halloween, all Halloween stuff. Jesus, man.
I'll take whatever pictures I can get.
Like, yeah, we're getting all kinds of weird
I'll
shit.
take whatever pictures you can.
Send me pictures of your friends. Like, that's how you go to jail, P. Diddy.
I didn't say send me pictures of your kids. You know what? Send me pictures of your kids. I mean, Fuck it. We're all in. We're all in. Send us pictures of your kids.
Next week, you can join me for Mad Mike's Pop Culture Warrior because CQ's gonna be in jail with Jared, the subway guy.
I'll be dialing in from the prison. You know, like now the prison cells have like the phone.
It's
phone
federal
screens.
prison, not general fuck you in the ass prison.
Yeah, I'll be in one of those like Club Med ones. It's fine. Club Fed. The prison phones have cameras now. I can stream from there. I'll
Jesus Christ.
Just gotta make sure my minutes is set. My commissary. Make sure my commissary set, and I'll be good.
Patreon. He's gonna go from Patreon to commissary.
My Patreon goes straight to the commissary. All right. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Send us pictures of your costumes, of your decorated homes, offices, cars, pets,
pumpkins,
your pumpkin carvings, whatever it is you do, however you celebrate the Halloween season. Send pictures to us, either on the contest post or in the DMs of any Pop Culture Warrior social media site, and we will use them next week. Prizes will be plentiful. I can promise you, if we get enough pictures, the prizes will be plentiful. That is a guarantee. And then, as everyone knows who's been around long enough, it's the season of giving coming up, and I do giveaways damn near every week. And I have a lot to give away.
We only do one show.
Lies.
In the next
Lies. I plan on being live every single week, whether I'm here or not. Mad Mike will fill in for me.
We'll just leave the camera running.
Just the 24-hour feed. You'll have multiple angles.
My wife did the decorations here.
Yes, shout Halloween. Out to Mrs. Mad Mike for decorating the set. Really,
you guys changed his lighting in the background.
I made it purple. I dressed up for the occasion. Jesus, give me some credit. Yeah, I tried to make it orange and green. The orange looked yellow.
That's
green,
orange. It looks it looks white. It looks white.
Yeah, and then I did the green.
That's orange, actually.
The green fucked up like the cameras. It looked like almost like the monochrome.
Stupid expensive glitchy cameras don't pick up shit.
Yeah, so.
Anywho's,
again, thank you guys for hanging out. Tune in to the rest of the week for shows, and no Friday night tabletop exercise this week, but we'll have one next week. I will say this: we will have a special guest at the next FTX, and there will be a giveaway, and it will be a very valuable giveaway. So tune in to the next FTX, which will be not this Friday, but the following Friday. And see our special guest, someone you all will know personally, maybe not personally, sort of.
It's not me.
It's not you.
That life.
It's not you. Definitely not you. But and then there will be a really, really, really cool giveaway that this person is donating themselves, which I think is pretty cool. So nice. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Like it. Tune in. We'll see you in November.
To see you guys. Oh, that's right, man. Oh my God, the next episode's in November. Fuck. This year is just flying by. All righty, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Send in your Halloween pictures and win some cool prizes next week. Love you guys. Bye. Say goodnight, Mad Mike.
Lights.
Later, guys.